and weather next. Then Mark Levin on News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
When the moments in your life are too important to miss, you can trust O'Reilly Auto Parts to keep you and your plans on the road. Our professional parts people can test your vehicle's battery and even give it a charge if needed. In most cases, we can install your new battery for free. It's just one of the many services we provide at O'Reilly Auto Parts to ensure life's best moments don't find you stranded.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You trust WMAL to bring you the facts, and so do hundreds of thousands of like-minded listeners and business leaders each week. If you want to grow your business with people who share your values, WMAL's Cumulus Digital Solutions can connect you with customers wherever they are. Whether you're a small business or building something big, we'll create a strategy that works for you. Radio builds trust. Digital drives action. Together, they deliver results. Contact Rex Minturn at WMAL.com/advertise and let's grow your business together.
Not planning today can cost you tomorrow. Stop worrying and start planning with Trajan Wealth. Contact Trajan today at 202-750-3300 or go to TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
You know that thing where you get an amazing pair of shoes at a really great price and want to tell everyone about it? Yeah, so do we. Here at Designer Shoe Warehouse, we'll give you something to brag about, like the latest styles from brands you love, or the trends everyone's obsessing over, or shoes that make you feel like, well, you. So go ahead, show off a little. Find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. Head to your DSW store or DSW.com today. DSW, let us surprise you.
Here's the latest from the Heavy Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Vienna, watch out for the accident on eastbound 66 at the Vienna Metro Station, exit 62, blocking 3 left lanes of traffic is jammed from Route 50 Fair Oaks. Westbound side is heavy from the Beltway to 123, more delays in towards Centerville. In Fairfax in the Springfield area, there's an accident westbound on Franconia Road at 95, so use extra caution there. On the Beltway, there is a report of a crash on the outer loop at Connecticut Avenue, causing delays from Georgia Avenue, and crash activity still reported on the outer loop at Kenilworth Avenue. That is causing delays from Central Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, here's the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
We have a strong weather system moving in later on Tuesday that could generate some severe storms, large hail, gusty winds, and even an isolated tornado chance in a few spots. Really a good afternoon Tuesday and evening to stay weather aware. We could have a couple scattered storms around tonight. These are not expected to be overly powerful, a low of 71. Different story Tuesday as the atmosphere heats up. A good chance of storms after about 2 p.m. Could even be one in the morning time, but the afternoon ones we watch. Those could be severe with damaging winds and hail. Afternoon high near 90. I'm meteorologist Mark Thibodeau from the Weather Channel on WMAL.
86 at Reagan National. I'm Scott Lynn on News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Mark Levin. Under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
Mark Levin here. Our number, 877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. Well, there have been more casualties from the Iranian regime with their ballistic missiles. Ladies and gentlemen, this regime needs to be destroyed. There can't be any more timeouts, negotiations, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. That's not the nature of this enemy. Nature of this enemy is to string things out, to go back and forth as they rebuild. They don't need to rebuild everything. They just need to rebuild enough. They're trying to play out for the next 2.5 years this war scenario to outlast the length of the Trump administration. They're also trying to play out even a shorter term project, which is through the midterm elections, where the Democrats have said that they will impeach the president over this war. So they know that domestically it could get a little bit more complicated and difficult. And they know this from our media. They know this from the Democrats. They know this from the woke right isolationists. And they hear them. And these entities and these people give them aid and comfort and give them a reason to fight on. The president will make a decision whether to extend the wartime activities, that is to broaden them. My own view is, I don't know what we're waiting for. Let's get this over with. And I'm not kidding. If there's some issue out there, lack of munitions and so forth, okay, but I don't think that's the case. Until we begin to arm the Iranian people, as you know, this has been a campaign I've been leading now for 2.5 months because I know it would work. And until we stop sidelining the state of Israel, because that's what the Arabs want, that's what Turkey wants, rather than listening to them, they got enormous firepower themselves. We're not going to defeat this enemy. We will defeat aspects of it, but we will not destroy it once and for all. And yes, it can be destroyed once and for all. If we have generals who don't believe it can be, they need to be fired and replaced as Lincoln replaced generals and FDR replaced generals. And if we have intelligence service senior officials who do not believe that we should arm what is an incredible resource, millions and millions of people want to be liberated in Iran, then they should be removed and replaced as well. We need people who can get things done and who will get things done. This is my view. Ultimately, this is going to have to be done or the enemy's going to win. Their survival is a win. And this enemy is not fearful of mutual assured destruction. It seeks a catastrophic confrontation with the West and the United States, us. It seeks death on its own terms because it believes that they will be rewarded. That they will be rewarded by Allah. To know this enemy is to know that you cannot claim victory unless there's an actual victory. That it is not enough to destroy their military, even though that's crucially important. That in fact, the regime needs to be obliterated. And there are powerful tools on the table that we have not yet used, in my opinion. And I've talked about this for a long time. I've talked about it here and on television. And that is the truth. We're hearing two different things tonight. The president will make a decision on whether to, quote unquote, expand the war effort or another 10-day ceasefire that is being urged upon him by the envoys, as well as Qatar. Qatar is a double-dealing, backstabbing enemy that is literally close to the Iranian regime and the Turkey regime. And as you know, they're the number one funder of terrorism in our own country and propaganda. And you can tell because the woke right podcasters and their ilk and their politicians never, ever criticize Qatar. They don't even bring up Qatar, do they? Although there's a scandal, apparently, that is soon in the works. We'll see. So mediators, that would be Qatar, proposing a 10-day ceasefire to revive the Iranian-U.S. interim deal, senior Iranian officials tell Reuters. Am I the only one who's sick of this? if it's true, being reported? Am I the only one who tires of this? We Americans want victory. Victory is good politics, but more than that, it's good for the country. We'll have an enemy that's finally destroyed, finally out of the way, where it can't kill any more Americans, both Americans in the military and American citizens. That's very, very important. So we will see. As of now, apparently more bombing has started. Night number 10, as they like to count the media. I just hope we're hitting sites that really matter. And apparently we're hitting some that really do matter. Because it is legitimate for people to wonder, with all this bombing and all these munitions and over all this time, how are they able to still stand and to fire anything back? It's time to hit their targets, the most important targets. It's also time to hit dual-use infrastructure. Either we want to win or we want to claim that we've won. I think this president earnestly wants to win. And I think he earnestly has had enough of this enemy as well. And I also believe the president has wanted to give them every opportunity to pull back. And at every opportunity, he himself has pointed out, they have sabotaged every effort. And the point is, they will sabotage every effort. It's not a matter of moderates versus hardliners. There are no moderates. That's a facade. That's phony. That's fake. So this is where we are. Army IDs 2 victims killed in Jordan Air Base attack. President has said Iran will pay many times over every time it kills an American. And I think that's very important too. As Fox News reports, the War Department has identified 2 active duty Army soldiers killed during an enemy attack at Mufwah Salti Air Base in Jordan last week. First Lieutenant Tyler James Freehan, 25, of Iwa Beach, Hawaii, and Private Isabella Gonzalez, 19, of Carlton, Texas. They were the first U.S. service members killed since the restart of hostilities amid Iran's violations of the peace agreement. A third U.S. service member's remains are being identified, while another was killed Saturday during a controlled detonation of unexploded ordnance in northern Iraq. So that was a terrible accident, obviously. The president said every time Iran kills an American soldier, they will pay for that killing many times over. On Truth Social, he said the directive has been passed on to Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Daniel Kane, and every leader in the military. Every leader in the military. The announcement brought the number of U.S. service members killed since the war to 17. Now, a few of them, if not several of them, died from accidents as well. Just to point that out. The mission has ended operations in Iraq, while the U.S. has been consolidating and transitioning its presence in Syria. Let's see. I think that's about all for updating what's going on. We'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
After the accident on eastbound 66 at the Vienna Metro Station, exit 62, blocking 3 left lanes of traffic is jammed from Route 50 Fair Oaks. Westbound side is heavy from the Beltway to 123, more delays in towards Centerville. In Fairfax, in the Springfield area, there's an accident westbound on Franklin Road at 95, so use extra caution there. On the Beltway, there is a report of a crash on the outer loop at Connecticut Avenue, causing delays from Georgia Avenue, and crash activity still reported on the outer loop at Kenilworth Avenue. That is causing delays from Central Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, here's a WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Cloudy, chance of a late shower tonight, low of 71. Showers and storms for your Tuesday, highs near 90.
Feel the heat and grab the cash at Mohawk Casino.
Play the $60,000 Summer Cash Giveaway, where you've got a chance to win big cash prizes. Earn entries July 1st through August 22nd. Then mark your calendars to be here for the grand prize drawings on July 25th and August 22nd, when we're handing out cash prizes each night, ranging from $250 to the grand prize of $10,000 cash. Only at Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort, your everyday escape.
Don't miss your chance to retire. Apply and register now for the fall semester at North Country Community College. Take advantage of North Country's new scholarship programs for the upcoming year, along with flexible on-campus, online, and hybrid learning options. Get a quality education without a steep price, so you can start your career or transfer without debt holding you back. Visit nccc.edu/fall or call 888-TRY-NCCC.
When the moments in your life are too important to miss, you can trust O'Reilly Auto Parts to keep you and your plans on the road. Our professional parts people can test your vehicle's battery and even give it a charge if needed. In most cases, we can install a new battery for free. It's just one of the many services we provide at O'Reilly Auto Parts to ensure life's best moments don't find you stranded.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
If you are in need of a roof replacement before the summer rainstorms hit, well, honor, respect, and trust your home with Valor. Hey, it's Vince for Valor Home, and unfortunately, some unscrupulous home improvement companies are claiming to be Valor Home, but there's only one Valor I trust. Don't be fooled by the imposters online. Go directly to valorhome.com and look for Valor's signature patriotic logo, or call 833-83-VALOR. Tell them Vince sent you.
833-83-VALOR.
I am Winter Troxel. We're going to make one of the most difficult financial transitions of your lifetime easy. As we work through the challenges retirees face and how to overcome them, we have one simple goal for the show: live your best life and sleep peacefully every night. Give my team a call, 301-850-0683, and join us this weekend on WMAL.
Investment advisory services are provided by Apollon Wealth Management, LLC, an investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Insurance and annuities offered through MFG Insurance Services, Inc. and its associated insurance licensed agents.
Is your patio, sidewalk, or driveway cracked or uneven? Have you tripped or fallen as a result? If you're worried about the liability of an uneven surface on your property, American Construction Specialties can quickly help. Don't pay the high cost to tear out and replace your sidewalk, patio, driveway, or pool deck. American Construction Specialties has an economic solution which can raise and stabilize your existing concrete at a fraction of the cost of full replacement. They're environmentally friendly structural foam. With structural foam lifting, there's no heavy equipment to cause damage to your property and no loud noises from jackhammering. Best of all, most repairs can be completed in just one day. Have your entire patio, sidewalk, or driveway safe and level again. No job is too big or small. Call American Construction Specialties now for your free estimate at 240-6655665. That's 240-6655665. Again, 240-6655665. Licensed in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, MHIC 140530.
Wrinkles, gray hair, and hearing loss are common signs of getting older. But being short of breath, having tightness in your chest, coughing, and wheezing are not. If you are experiencing these symptoms, you may be one of the millions of people who are living with a condition called COPD but don't know it. Early diagnosis and treatment can add years of better breathing to your life. For more information, talk to your doctor and visit copdfoundation.org today.
A fraction of a raindrop, 3 grains of salt, at up to 100 times more potent than morphine. The tiniest amount of illegal fentanyl is all it takes to cause an overdose. Fentanyl can be mixed into heroin, cocaine, pressed pills, meth, and other drugs. It could be in your drugs, and you wouldn't be able to see it, taste it, or smell it. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose. When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you a parent of a child with disabilities who desperately needs a break? Then you need to know about Jill's House. To find out more, visit our website, jillshouse.org.
Making sense of your world.
I don't know where to begin.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Thanks for taking my call.
Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the forecast. Because you never know what Mother Nature has in store. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
All right, JC, what about your people spamming? Randy and all of them. Huh? JC? After 8 months, he can't forget. No. You gave my mother's picture out. And they're using it still, especially Alpesh. You're not going to get excused. Fuck you. This is mega country. You won't stream because you won't admit defeat, JC. But you fucking come on up here, JC. Be a strong woman and talk to me one-on-one. Right there. Right there, Wiggin. Fuck you, you cocksuckers. Fuck you, JC.
Israel, they keep doing it. This is a violent party. It's always been a violent party. It's never embraced Americanism. As the New York Post writes it, a crazed former U.S. Army soldier and National Guardsman lit an incendiary device outside a Manhattan federal building today in an apparent anti-ICE attack, officials and law enforcement sources said. The suspect, identified by sources as 43-year-old Andrew Arabaka, veteran from Poughkeepsie, New York, was being held as a person of interest in the 8:20 a.m. incident outside 26 Federal Plaza after being stopped by a security guard. At approximately 8:20 a.m., an anti-ICE rioter launched fireworks outside of 26 Federal Plaza, grazing a bystander, and poured what is believed to be gasoline on the stairs of the entrance of the building. He lit it on fire and set it on fire. A representative for the Department of Homeland Security told the New York Post. He certainly did. An FPS protective security officer swiftly tackled and detained the agitator, sustaining minor injuries during the incident. I mean, good for these security guards, you know. Officers quickly recovered the individual's bag, which contained what appeared to be 2 pellet guns and a manifesto with the damn manifestos. Officials didn't immediately reveal what was in the manifesto, although we can guess. No charges have been officially filed, but of course they will be. Arabaka was identified by sources as a person of interest in the incident. Officials said the maniac started a blaze with gasoline and fireworks and so forth. He was pulling a cart with the slogan, "ICE off our streets." And again, you're going to see more of this now. Violence against ICE is up 1,300%. Let me repeat that, 1,300%. Wild video shared on social media showed the raving suspect hurling fireworks into the flames right outside the building front entrance, with one exploding loudly as police tackled him to the ground. Of course, it could have been a whole lot worse, couldn't it? Could have been a whole lot worse. I just worry that the violence that is being encouraged, it really is being encouraged by the Democrat Party and the left and some of the media. What do they think is going to happen when things of this sort are done? This is what happens. This is the kind of response you get, as a matter of fact. And it's very violent out there. And we have the Tate brothers. I never heard of them before, like a couple of years ago. Did you, Mr. Producer? Vaguely, right? And yet they were sort of celebrated by the Tucker Carlson types and the woke right. Did you notice that, Rich? When they came into the United States, they were greeted. They were vetted. They were effectively applauded. Now, these two scumbags were apparently running a slave sex operation, and some have even said child pornography. They're in Miami. They're being detained. Also, Great Britain wants to get a whack at them, too, for what they apparently are accused of doing over there. But I want you to keep something in mind, that these guys were embraced by the likes of Tucker Carlson, among others. And it's repulsive. It's absolutely damnable. And there's very little talk about not the fact that they were detained, but their associations and that sort of thing. And of course, as you can imagine, they were Jew haters and anti-Semites and so forth. But they were also embraced by some politicians, as a matter of fact. And we're going to dive into that a little bit right now here. This is from Fox News. Tate brothers to remain behind bars for now as UK seeks extradition on rape and trafficking charges. Social media influencers, listen to this, social media influencers. Andrew and Tristan Tate will remain behind bars for now after appearing in federal court in Miami today, where they formally began fighting the United Kingdom's bid to extradite the controversial brothers on dozens of charges, including rape and human trafficking. During the brief hearing, U.S. Magistrate Judge Lauren Lewis informed the brothers who were being held on a provisional arrest warrant from the UK and that extradition proceedings were already underway. The judge later scheduled a status hearing for July 27th. Attorney Joseph McBride told reporters the brothers are innocent. He said he does not expect them to be released. Yeah, I don't see them as innocent either. Judge also explained the proceeding was an extradition matter, not a criminal trial per se. They were arrested in Miami over the weekend. Yet the British authorities announced 38 additional charges involving 4 additional alleged victims. Andrew Tate is 39, faces 7 additional rape counts, 7, as well as charges related to sex trafficking and indecent images of children. Tristan Tate, 38, faces charges including 2 rape counts and 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation. These sexual traffickers are the lowest of the low lives, man. They're the lowest of the low lives. And these guys were celebrated by the woke right. I'll be right back.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I am grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and emailing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9.
News now.
WMAL News at 6:30. I'm Scott Lynn. President Trump taking to social media today to warn that, quote, every time Iran kills an American soldier going forward, they will pay for that killing many times over. Following that warning, a 10th consecutive night of airstrikes targeting Iran. Earlier, Iran launched an attack targeting Bahrain, the home of the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet. The president late this afternoon imposing a 50% tariff on Canadian goods, citing disagreement and unfair treatment over cheese, alcohol, and automobiles. A federal judge ordered Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery to halt their $80+ billion merger for at least 2 weeks, allowing states that are challenging the deal more time to see their case through in court. Traffic and weather next.
It's Vince. I love cars and I love PCU Fast in Chantilly. Right now, they've got a great deal on powder coating your car's wheels. Get all 4 wheels powder coated for just $850, including mount and balance. Terms apply. Powder coating your wheels by PCU Fast doesn't just look great. It's tougher than paint, resists chips, brake dust, and corrosion, and it keeps your wheels looking new longer. Visit PCUfast.com or call 703-705-9220. That's 703-705-9220.
Don't miss your chance to reach higher. Apply and register now for the fall semester at North Country Community College. Take advantage of North Country's new scholarship programs for the upcoming year, along with flexible on-campus, online, and hybrid learning options. Get a quality education without a steep price, so you can start your career or transfer without debt holding you back. Visit nccc.edu/fall or call 888-TRY-NCCC.
O'Reilly.
Help increase your vehicle's performance with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. A clean fuel system can increase performance and fuel economy. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9, plus 2 times points at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Each week in America, at least one child dies from heat stroke after being left alone in a hot car. These tragedies don't only happen to negligent parents, they happen to loving, responsible moms and dads who are just exhausted, stressed, or simply thrown off by a change in their daily routine. In just minutes, a car's interior can reach deadly temperatures, even on a mild day. But there's something you can do right now to protect your child. Cars for Kids has developed a free safety app with smart reminders designed to make sure you never forget a precious child in the car. It takes 30 seconds to download and could save a life. Take steps to ensure a child is never forgotten in a hot car. Learn more today by visiting carsforkids.org/hotcars. That's KARS, cars with a K, .org/hotcars.
Making sense of your world.
There are a lot of things that really tick me off.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the roads. Because traffic doesn't always follow the pattern. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Mark Levin, the most passionate conservative on radio. Talk with him now at 877-381-3811.
You know, folks, you'll have to gather the information yourselves and draw your own conclusions. But there's a piece here from Substack, different outlets, liberal, moderate, some conservative. They say after the Tate's arrest, Carlson interviewed Andrew Tate in 2023 and later criticized Romanian authorities, calling the charges transparently political. He stated Andrew Tate is dangerous because he tells men to stand up straight. That's the crime, 2023. He wasn't the only one to speak of that way. We have, let's see here, a guy by the name of Jack Posebiec, who most of you have never heard of before. By the way, I'm not saying they all promoted the guy. I'm just saying how they talked about him. On War Room, Steve Bannon, we know who he is, what a reprobate that is. And former Trump campaign operative Jack Posebiec, this guy's kind of disgusting too, discussed the Tate's arrest within hours of the news breaking. Posebiec claimed that, quote, the global elites want Andrew Tate shut down because he tells young men the truth about masculinity, unquote. Framing Romanian prosecutors as, quote, tools of the global regime, unquote.
Oh, shut up, Andy.
There you have that.
Stupid fuck.
And so forth and so on.
One ignorant fucker right there.
But all that aside, the fact of the matter is these guys are pretty disgusting. Romanian authorities arrested Andrew and Tristan Tate in late 2022 on charges related to human trafficking, rape, organized crime. Quickly became more than a criminal investigation. They write, it became a test of influence across a digital ecosystem known as the manosphere. I've told you many, many times that the internet is a toxic cesspool, and it truly is a toxic cesspool. It really is. I don't know what this manosphere stuff is with guys like this. This isn't about manhood. This is about disgusting allegations of the worst kind of behavior. Alex Jones, they say, defended the brothers, saying on InfoWars that the Tates were arrested because they refused to submit to the globalist feminization agenda. He argued the case was evidence of international deep state control. You see, it's kind of the same arguments or mentality from a lot of these guys. I never knew who the Tates were. I don't think we spent much time talking about them, did we, Mr. Producer? Ever. But now this is front and center. I don't like people making excuses for thugs like this. That's not who we are. You know, I explain every night here, I really do, that we are constitutional conservatives, that we believe in the Judeo-Christian values and belief systems, that we embrace the Enlightenment, that these are moral belief systems that undergird our society. Then you have people out there who embrace Putin, who embrace Qatar, which is a slave state. That's what it is. Putin's a killer. And then they claim the problem's with you and me. We're the problem, but we're not the problem. We're the Tea Party, we're the Reagan Revolution, we're the Trump Revolution. We are the heart and soul of those who believe in this system and believe in this country. So there we have this, the Tate brothers. And these are not conservatives. These are not people to celebrate. These are not people to promote. These are not people to defend. They're the worst of the worst. It has nothing to do with globalization or womanization of men or anything. You know, men stand up and fight this kind of stuff. Defend their wives and daughters and sisters and mothers from these kinds of thugs and belief systems. Yeah. But again, you can dig this stuff up yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. I encourage you to do it. As far as I'm concerned, the vast majority of MAGA, that is conservatives, Tea Party, Republicans, probably don't even know who these two fools are. And even more than that, probably want nothing to do with them for sure. Rolling Stone, which of course is a hideous paper, but nonetheless, Andrew Tate compares himself to Titanic victims in nauseating Tucker Carlson interview. I don't know, has Tucker Carlson spoken about this? I have no idea. Are you aware of it, Mr. Producer? He's probably running as fast as he can away from it. That's my guess. Like all the other morons. Like all the other morons. And they should, I guess. But this is what I have to deal with day in and day out. People with this mindset that there's something wrong with you and me. When you really look at some of these people, and I'm not comparing them to the Tates, but when you look at them just in their own accord, when you look at a guy like Matt Gaetz, who has a TV show, who's online, who acts like he never did anything wrong, he's trashing people left and right. He's one of the biggest Israel haters out there all of a sudden. Or when you look at a guy like Steve Bannon, who's been in and out of the criminal justice system, and not unfairly. I mean, he's the one who pled guilty to defrauding many of you. And he signed that. And that's a fraud, obviously. He also got a pardon at the federal level by the president on the same, subject matter. And there he is on the war room, running around and shooting spitballs at everybody and making some of the most outrageous statements imaginable. Then you got these Tate brothers who conduct themselves just in the most grotesque way. Well, time will tell if they get convicted. But this is several countries that are raising this issue, several prosecutors from several countries that are raising this issue. Stay away from all these people, America. You got Tucker Carlson now, who sounds like a Marxist Islamist, who trashes our country, who brings in people now from all walks of life, whether they're Marxists or Islamists, who just keep bad-mouthing our country, as he does. Bad-mouthing our president, not disagreeing, bad-mouthing, trashing him. And, his reach, while it is shrinking some more, still, even though much of it is overseas, he gives the wrong impression to the enemy. He gives the wrong impression to populations all over the world. We have to reject this. And most of you do, or you wouldn't be here, quite frankly. Most of you do, we wouldn't be here. All right. There's so much more that's been going on today. Not all of it good. In fact, most of it not. I want to get to, hold on here. Unfortunately, I am working off my iPhone today because the power plug to my laptop did not join me as I went from one state to another. So I'm working off my iPhone. The president at Joint Andrews Base yesterday about why we are doing what we're doing with Iran. Cut one, go.
This is a far bigger job that we're doing. We were doing a little job of stopping them from having a certain capability. Now we're just ending it. So it's really not the same thing. What we're doing now is we're ending any chance where they could have a nuclear missile. If you look at it, after a week and a half, not 4 weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks, we stopped them from probably, but I don't want to have the word probably.
Mm-hmm. Cut two, go.
Well, we feel very badly, but you know, those great people, those great patriots are out there fighting that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Iran has been very, very badly damaged. They've lost everything almost militarily. They've got very little left. They've got some missiles. They've got some drones. They've got some manufacturing ability, not much. We control the strait. They don't control anything. So we'll see what happens. But we hit them very hard again tonight. And we did that in honor of the probably three. It's probably three as opposed to two great patriots.
Marco Rubio on the tarmac last night as well. Cut three, go.
Well, they're not complying with it. I mean, the straits are supposed to be open, free of tolls, free of attack, free of all the things they're doing against these ships. So you can't have an MOU that's alive if they're violating the terms of it. What I will say is that the United States always remains open to a diplomatic solution. We've tried multiple times with Iran, and we'll continue to try. If that door opens, we'll be happy to see it open. But and they continue to send signals that they want to talk, that they want to negotiate, but their behavior is what we're responding to. And their behavior is they're launching missiles and drones against ships, including tonight.
All right, look, ladies and gentlemen. The diplomatic door should not be open. I don't know. How many times do we have to go through this, Mr. Producer? In fact, we should tell them until they surrender, the diplomatic door will never be open. That there's going to be hell to pay for the rest of the time until they're destroyed or they surrender. I told you the memorandum of understanding not only was poor, but they would not abide by, for which I was viciously attacked by frauds, phonies, and buffoons, some of whom from some war room somewhere. But they're the ones who look like fools, and they're the ones who will always look like fools with a scarlet letter on their forehead. No MOU will ever work. No agreement will ever work. It's like phase 2 of our agreement with Hamas. They were supposed to disarm, but they haven't disarmed. In fact, Hamas is slaughtering Palestinians and getting stronger by the day and getting more arms through Egypt, by the way. Through Egypt. But the memorandum of understanding, thank God, $324 billion didn't pour into the coffers of the Iranians within the 60-day period. Thank God that they didn't have the patience to wait. But it's all predictable. And if there's another respite and more negotiation and another MOU, same thing will happen. From their perspective, they're playing this out into and through the midterms to do as much damage as they can, with the hope, of course, of the Democrats getting elected. That's their game plan. That's what they're doing. We'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
The U.S. Treasury just released its official financial...
No algorithm.
Just be aware of what you listen to, okay?
No echo chamber.
We're going to continue to hold them accountable.
This is the place to speak your mind.
It's idiotic. Are you for real?
Just makes my blood boil.
And make sense of it all.
I have WMAL on all day, every day. The programming quality is just fantastic, I think, compared to most radio stations.
Cutting through the noise and making sense of your world together.
It's great to talk to you.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
The accident on eastbound 66 at the Vienna Metro now moved to the right shoulder, where traffic is still slow from Fair Oaks. Westbound side is hectic from the Beltway to 123, more delays Route 28 Centerville towards Business 234. Now in Fauquier County, there is another accident reported on westbound 66 between US 17 and Marshall and Virginia 55, blocking the right lane. That is causing very slow traffic. Still a slow go on 95 southbound from Bulletin towards Woodbridge. On the Beltway in Lanham on the outer loop before Route 50, there is an accident blocking the left center lane, and traffic is jammed from Medical Center Drive. Now from GarageRepair.com, here's a WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Cloudy chance of a late shower tonight, low of 71. Showers and storms for your Tuesday, highs near 90.
O'Reilly.
Stay cool this summer with AC Pro and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, receive a $20 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after rebate with the purchase of a select AC Pro ready-to-use refrigerant kit that includes a hose and gauge. The advanced formula works quickly to seal common vehicle air conditioner leaks. Beat the heat at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Have you noticed tingling, numbness, or burning in your feet or legs? It might seem like a minor annoyance, but those could be early signs of peripheral neuropathy, and it often gets worse if it's left untreated. It's Derek Hunter. If nerve pain or loss of sensation keeps you from enjoying golf, pickleball, walking, traveling, or just an active life, I encourage you to call Dr. Shannon Thompson, the founder of Restore Health of Virginia and Ashburn. Dr. Thompson offers an advanced, drug-free, non-surgical treatment program designed to improve circulation, calm damaged nerves, and help restore sensation and balance. And for a limited time, the first 25 WMAL callers will receive complimentary nerve, sensory, and thermal imaging screening. The first step is a brief phone consultation with Dr. Thompson to find out if this program may be right for you. Call 703-637-1000. That's 703-637-1000. Again, 703-637-1000.
Feel the heat and grab the cash at Mohawk Casino. Play the $60,000 summer cash giveaway, where you've got a chance to win big cash prizes. Earn entries July 1st through August 22nd. Then mark your calendars to be here for the grand prize drawings on July 25th and August 22nd, when we're handing out cash prizes each night, ranging from $250 to the grand prize of $10,000 cash. Only at Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort, your everyday escape.
Epic poem, The Odyssey, has shaped the literary and moral imagination of the West. More than a story of monsters and shipwrecks and mythical creatures, it's about courage, duty, loyalty, and the search for home. Odysseus faces Cyclops, sirens, witches, and storms at sea. But his greatest challenges are the temptations, pride, comfort, despair, and avoiding responsibility at home. These are challenges that we as Americans living in 2026 face as well. And that's why Hillsdale College has released its newest free online course, The Odyssey. Hillsdale's free online courses are taught by Hillsdale College professors. So start right now with Hillsdale College's newest free online course, The Odyssey. Go to levinforhillsdale.com to enroll. It's totally free. Read the classics, study the West. Start right now at levinforhillsdale.com. That's Levin for Hillsdale.com. You're going to love it.
Making sense of your world.
Greatly appreciated.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
I love listening to you.
Making sense of the news. WMAL, making sense of social media, because big tech can't be trusted. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
See if I can get this done here, Mr. Producer. Not so easy. I'm getting there. Got it. Tomorrow will be a lot smoother when I actually have my power cord to my laptop. But right now I don't have it. So now the iPhone's acting up. You know, It's just some days are that way. If you know what I mean, Mr. Producer. Sometimes it happens. All right. Did we get it? Here we are. It's no secret. It's no secret that summertime is probably the most expensive season of the year. HVAC systems, cars need to be, upgraded depending on what happens to the car and the heat and tires, and your credit cards are into maximum use, and the balance isn't being reduced because it's just too damn big. And then you got interest, 20, 25%. It's a very expensive time of the year, summertime. Now, if your debt is starting to feel really heavy, I just want you to know you're not alone. And if you're a homeowner, well, you've likely looked at your mortgage rate and you thought, I can't touch that. Isn't that like a Hammer song, Mr. Producer? I can't touch that. Anyway, with American Financing Smart Equity Loan, which is brilliant, you don't have to touch it. It allows you to wipe out high interest debt and lower your monthly overhead while keeping your primary mortgage intact and that rate too. It's a surgical strike against debt. And unlike a fluctuating loan, where you can't predict your monthly payment, those are kind of a disaster, the Smart Equity Loan is brilliant. It's a fixed rate loan giving you a predictable monthly payment to pay off all the rest of your debt. At American Financing, there are never any upfront fees to find out what you qualify for. You talk to a salary-based consultant today, experts who are paid to help you save, not to sell you more than you need. And they are there right now. Right now. They don't have your number. You have to call them. And I strongly encourage you to do it. This is how I handled my refi. I called the same 800 number, 888 number. Mr. Producer did. My daughter and her husband did. You should do the same thing. I'm urging you to do it. 888-900-1828. 888-900-1828. That's 888-900-1828. Don't stress anymore. Just do it. Or visit AmericanFinancing.net/LEVIN.
NMLS 182334. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 start at 6.327% for well-qualified borrowers. Call 888-900-1828 for details about credit costs and terms. Visit AmericanFinancing.net/Mark Levin. Average savings based on borrowers who save over $199.99.
Mm-hmm. General Jack Keane on Fox Business today. What does he make of this? And when General Keane speaks, everybody listens. Trust me, there's nobody like him. Cut 5, go.
The problem with our allies here, Stuart, let's just put it on the table, is twice before, during this 90-day period, once when we tried to conduct Project Freedom, which was opening the Straits of Hormuz, and another time when it looked like the president was laying several weeks ago to go back to major combat operations, our allies in the region talked us down from doing just that because of the impact it would take on them. We've been protecting these allies since World War II with a nuclear umbrella. We've had conventional forces to help protect them. We helped to shield them from radical Islamist groups that have been operating in the region, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, etc. And we're asking them to share the burden with us here. And the burden isn't just defending with missiles. The burden is casualties also. We're taking the risk, and we expect them to accept some risk too, and use a term that I'm familiar with. Let's just man up here and face it, what has to happen, and stop getting weak-kneed as you have done in the past.
He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. There's a reason why he was a 4-star general and the vice chairman of the Joint Chiefs. And yes, he's a combat veteran. He fought in Vietnam. He was a unit commander there and worked his way up. Just a fantastic military mind. I've become good friends with him, and I admire him enormously. Chris Wright is the energy secretary. He was on ABC's This Week. Cut 4, go.
The president's mission is essential for peace in the Middle East and peace in the world, and that is to prevent Iran from achieving nuclear weapons and to degrade their ability to terrorize their neighbors and the world and global commerce. So yes, this mission will go on until the mission is done.
But the mission needs to go on with all cylinders popping hot, full speed ahead. And there's two groups of people who can do incredible things and help us. And that is the Iranian people if they were armed and trained and given strategic advice and satellite information and so forth and so on, which is what our CIA used to do all over the globe. It's how we defeated the Soviet Union, which was a much bigger challenge than Iran. I hate to tell people, but it's true. And the Israelis, the third biggest air force in the world, some of the greatest fighter pilots in the world, with intelligence like nobody has in terms of what's going on in Iran and the region, and they're sidelined. So the Israelis are sidelined, the Iranian people are sidelined, and they have a lot at stake in this, and they can provide us with enormous, enormous help, and we are simply not tapping into it because Erdogan, the Turk, doesn't want it, the Arabs don't want it, and the envoys don't want it, and maybe even the Beat for all I know. We'll be right back.
WNAL. For the past decade, the market has rewarded investors. The question is, what are you doing with those gains? If you've watched your portfolio climb, now's the time to explore ways to lock in a portion of your success with a long-term income-producing plan. My recommendation? Call the Aaron's team. Ask about the 30+9 savings plan with its 30% deposit match and 9.5% annual interest guarantee for 12 years. Your retirement income must keep pace with inflation, and the 30+9 plan can with its increasing income feature. Don't wait for volatility to force your next move. Take action while you're ahead. To get your free illustration and brochure, call or text the Aaron's Team hotline at 888-411-4130. That's 888-411-4130. You can call or text to 888-411-4130.
O'Reilly.
Stay cool this summer with AC Pro and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, receive a $20 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after rebate with the purchase of a select AC Pro ready-to-use refrigerant kit that includes a hose and gauge. The advanced formula works quickly to seal common vehicle air conditioner leaks. Beat the heat at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Imagine having complete clarity about your health, not just test results, but a clear plan built around you. Today, body scans and lab tests are easy to access, but true peace of mind comes from understanding what they mean and what to do next. At Princeton Longevity Center, we go beyond testing to deliver clarity, strategy, and physician-led care designed to help protect and extend your life. Our patients work directly with board-certified physicians specializing in preventive and longevity medicine. Not algorithms, not generic reports, but real doctors who understand your history, your risks, and your goals. Yes, we use advanced imaging and comprehensive diagnostics, but what truly matters is what comes next. We interpret the results, connect the dots, and deliver a physician-led personalized plan you can act on with confidence. Because information alone doesn't change outcomes. At Princeton Longevity Center, your care doesn't end with a test. It begins there. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. That's 888-8000-PLC.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 7. Good evening, I'm Scott Lynn. CENTCOM announcing a 10th round of strikes after 3 U.S. troops were killed last week.
It was one ballistic missile attack from Iran on Friday. Here's what President Trump had to say.
We feel very badly, but those great people, those great patriots are out there fighting that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Iran, in the meantime, continues to lash out at U.S. partners in the region, launching attacks against both Kuwait and Bahrain. This as public figures in Iran, including the foreign minister, remain defiant. British military officials, meantime, say that at least 2 ships in the Strait of Hormuz have been hit by projectiles, and that as few as 5 ships managed to pass through that critical strait.
Fox's Steve Harrigan, the Iranian foreign minister, says the U.S. attempted to bribe Iran before last year's Operation Midnight Hammer that targeted nuclear sites. This is the Houthis threatened to close off another strait to trade with Saudi Arabia. That could choke off global oil supply by 7%. An Army veteran arrested after attacking people and setting fire outside New York's Federal Plaza.
The FBI says Andrew Arabaka, a former U.S. Army soldier, is responsible for an anti-ICE attack at the federal building in downtown Manhattan. And he did that by lighting off fireworks, shooting a pellet gun, and lighting the entrance to the building on fire. A security guard eventually tackles him. Federal investigators say he carried a manifesto along with 2 axes, a hammer, a machete, and 3 knives. Federal investigators say Arabaka admitted in a post-arrest interview that he targeted the federal building where ICE offices are located. Ironically and tragically, he injured an immigrant who was set to have a naturalization ceremony.
Fox's Nate Foy. President Trump imposing 50% tariffs on most Canadian goods, declaring that our neighbor to the north is unfairly discriminated against American autos, alcohol, and dairy products. New charges for a Fairfax County father. 7 News' Jasmine Stiles.
After prosecutors say that he beat his 3-month-old daughter to death. Initially, 28-year-old Misael Lopez Gomez was charged with second-degree murder, which Commonwealth Attorney Steve Descano says is standard practice. But prosecutors asked the grand jury to upgrade the charge based on evidence. Descano said, quote, cases like this are so rare and egregious that the law recognizes the need for a higher penalty.
Lopez Gomez now charged with aggravated murder and child abuse, which, if he's convicted, would be a life sentence. Homeland Security says Lopez Gomez is in the U.S. illegally. His trial date will be set Thursday. Prince William County already has nearly 150 data centers built or in the works. Now the Planning Commission has voted to recommend the county reduce the area or overlay district where data centers are allowed.
I'm certainly no fan of seeing large swaths of the county turned into concrete. Planning Commissioner Brian Lundgren calls it a property rights issue. But that doesn't change the fact that people currently have the right to pursue that development. The recommendation to reduce the overlay district or by right use boundary by 2/3 will next head to the Board of Supervisors, with Commissioner Chris Carroll calling for more public input.
We really should be sharing this with the public in advance of any sort of public hearing.
Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
Traffic and weather are next.
Don't miss your chance to reach higher. Apply and register now for the fall semester at North Country Community College. Take advantage of North Country's new scholarship programs for the upcoming year, along with flexible on-campus, online, and hybrid learning options. Get a quality education without a steep price, so you can start your career or transfer without debt holding you back. Visit nccc.edu/fall or call 888-TRY-NCCC.
At 7:05, here's the latest from the Head East Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
The accident on the Beltway in Lanham on the outer loop before Route 50 has now been moved to the shoulder, but traffic is still jammed from Central Avenue. Inner loop of the Beltway still heavy from 123 over to the Clara Barton Parkway. And you will find an incident right now in Centerville on westbound 29 at 28, blocking the right lane. There is an accident on westbound 66 in Fauquier County between US 17 and Marshall and Virginia 55 in the right lane, and still some delays westbound through Centerville between Route 28 and Business 234. The earlier accident eastman at the Vienna Metro is now on the right shoulder. Now from GarageRepair.com, here's the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
On humid for the top of the week, then still warm, but less humid by the end of the week. Strong cold front moving into the area Tuesday could generate some severe weather in the late afternoon and evening, pretty likely, as a matter of fact. Tuesday is a good day to stay weather aware. There could be a couple storms around in spots late tonight, low 71. Then a good chance of storms later Tuesday after about 2 p.m. Some of these could very well be severe, with damaging winds, hail, and even the chance this time around for maybe an isolated tornado or two. So we got to keep an eye on this. Tuesday's high staying weather aware near 90. I'm meteorologist Mark Thibodeau from the Weather Channel on WMAL.
Currently 85 degrees at Reagan National. I'm Scott Lynn on News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Mark Levin.
Deep in the bowels of a hidden bunker, somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
Hello, America. Mark Levin here. Our number, 877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. Hope you're well. I don't have a lot to say about that soccer game yesterday. I was pulling for Argentina just because they're a great friend of ours, whereas Spain is not. To me, it was that simple. And the truth is, Mr. Producer, in America, of all times, our Wi-Fi went out and the cable went out. So there was silence. And I'm in the Florida house with my daughter and my son-in-law. The two grandkids were here, and we're all here. And it was actually kind of nice. But they're watching on their phones. How would they watch on their phones, Mr. Producer? Streaming on the phones, I guess? Somehow. You can get an app to stream it? Okay. Well, that's what they did. Mondami, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very sick bastard. Very sick bastard, and yet, even though he's a dime store Marxist and Islamist, that seems to be good enough. That seems to be good enough. Mondami was with the New York Slimes on Friday, and he was asked, well, what do you mean by socialism? And what do you mean about these different words that you use? Let's check this out. Cut 8, go.
I think that for all of the fear-mongering around democratic socialism, the best response is to show what it actually means. And what we've shown over the last 6 months is exactly that. We've shown that a city with a democratic socialist vision is one that paves more than 170,000 potholes, 50,000 more than the prior administration by this point. It's a city that has delivered the lowest recorded number of shootings, shooting victims, and murders.
Okay, stop. He's cut the police and he's tied their hands. It hasn't delivered anything. If there are less shootings, it has nothing to do with him. I'm being honest with you. It's not possible. They filled more potholes. Yeah, the old line was Mussolini made the trains run on time, even though that line is a phony line. So he's the pothole guy. He's filled the potholes. And yet, depending on who you are, there are a lot of hate crimes against Jews in New York. It's through the roof, record high. So for them, crime is not down. Talks about filling potholes. They don't pick up the trash. You notice that in New York City, Mr. Producer? It's a disaster. The trash lines the streets, and it lines the streets all weekend long. And you know what trash invites? Rats, cockroaches, and disease. Looks like the third world on these streets. And the people in New York City know exactly what I'm talking about. So what has he done? Filled potholes. Good for him. Go ahead.
City's history. It is a city that is on a pathway to universal child care, saving...
No, it's not on a pathway to universal child care. There's no money for universal child care. None. So the city's on the way to what, America? Bankruptcy. Bankruptcy. He's played with the books. That's been quite apparent. All of a sudden, they were down $8 to $12 billion, and he made it all up by playing with the books. You do that in the private sector, you go to what we call prison. Then he got some money from the state to help him offset some of it, but not most of it. And so he did that. But he's done nothing. And so they're going to continue to chase out millionaires and billionaires and so forth and so on. And as a result of that, they're going to have less money. Go ahead.
It's more than $20,000 a year. And it's a city that is doing all of these things while fighting for the people who are often left behind.
What things? You're chasing out jobs. God knows how many businesses have already left and businesses that won't locate there. You're not just chasing out millionaires and billionaires. You're chasing out the middle class. As people retire and they have pensions, they're getting out of there. People can sell their small businesses. They're trying to get out of there. And they're going to towns outside of New York or in New Jersey or just leaving the entire region. And we see this in terms of the millions and millions of people who are leaving blue states and going to red states. The data do not lie. The data do not lie. Let's go to cut 9, Mr. Producer. Go.
When it comes to Benjamin Netanyahu, we're speaking about someone who's the subject of an international criminal court arrest warrant.
The International Criminal Court, as the Secretary of State has demonstrated, and he's not the only one, is a complete setup job. It's completely political. The United States doesn't recognize it. In fact, we've been denouncing it, and we're trying to figure out how to undo it. The state of Israel doesn't recognize it for obvious reasons. Radical Islamist countries have and can bring pressure and charges. These judges tend to be very hostile to the West as well. But Netanyahu hasn't been convicted of anything. Hasn't even been a trial. Now this Mondami will bend over backwards when the UN meets for every mass murdering dictator in the Arab and Muslim worlds to come into the country without any fear, without any interference of any kind. And yet Netanyahu, he treats this way. And the President of the United States said today, he's not going to be arrested, not anyway, not anyhow, period. And of course, the mayor cannot arrest the leader of a country. And we're talking about a democratic country that has elected him to be leader. This entire thing is being done to create a spectacle, to create a political issue, including back in Israel among the hard left there. That's what Mondami's doing. As a matter of fact, it is a crime for anyone, and that includes a mayor, to be arresting heads of state who come to the United States. It's a crime. And so he attacks Netanyahu, singularly attacks Netanyahu. But he goes on, cut 10, go.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is perhaps planning to visit New York for the UN General Assembly. You pledged during your campaign and after you won to order his arrest to comply with the International Criminal Court warrant. What will happen if he comes in September?
I believe that Prime Minister Netanyahu belongs in The Hague. He's a war criminal.
He is not a war criminal, you stupid bastard. He is not a war criminal. He's not been adjudicated a war criminal, even in The Hague, which is a disaster, which is exactly why our government won't recognize any of it. Just shocking. Go ahead.
Has been charged by the International Criminal Court. And
the prosecutor in that case has been suspended because the prosecutor in that case apparently was being pressured by foreign governments, and it's argued even Qatar, certainly South Africa, and one of the countries that was involved, Colombia, that has a new president, has withdrawn from the case. It's all political. No investigation was done on the ground in Israel or in Gaza. None. Zero. And the prosecutor in this case is suspended, and he's being charged, literally, with sexual harassment and beyond sexual harassment, actually, of a woman who worked for the International Criminal Court. He has been completely exposed, as has this court. So they act like that Netanyahu had due process, that he was tried, that he was convicted. None of that's happened. None of it. Go ahead.
That is an opinion that is held by many purely because of...
Doesn't matter. It's an opinion held by many, especially many of your ilk, Marxists and Islamists. That's right. How is it that Erdogan isn't going to be arrested? How is it that the monarchy in Qatar, which enslaves 1 million people, indentured servants, isn't going to be arrested? How is it that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, for the monarchy's role in 9/11, isn't going to be arrested by the mayor of New York? How is that possible? If Putin comes, he won't be arrested. If Xi comes, he won't be arrested. That's right. If the Cuban regime sends somebody, they're not going to be arrested. North Korea, no, we're not going to arrest. What a disgusting little bastard this guy is. Just a horrendous buffoon. Gregory Meeks, who's a liberal, but he's not a communist. He's a liberal, don't get me wrong, but he's not a communist. Well, Wolf Blitz asks him, what about Netanyahu? Should he be arrested? Cut 11, go.
Do you support or oppose what Mamdani is threatening to do?
Yeah, well, look, the United Nations is for all leaders to come to the United States, for them to have a chance to talk to the collective body, whether you agree with them or not. I have had on other sides with other folks to say that they should have had the right to come to the UN, and they did, to speak to the United Nations in that regards. And people have the right to speak out loudly against what they may say and represent. That's fine. But I think the mayor has also walked that back some. I saw a quote where he said that he does not intend to violate federal law, existing law, and looking for other laws, as President Trump sometimes does, tries to go around the law, and that he understands that the UN's functions needs to continue to move forward, and let the UN takes care of its business. And so I think that the mayor should make sure that he's not arresting anyone at this point.
Well, word salad, but he reached the right conclusion. And honestly, folks, this is the difference between the leftists in the Democrat Party and the Marxist Islamists. The leftists will push the edge of the envelope as far as they can, but then they'll stop. The Marxist Islamists won't stop. Mandami has no authority to arrest any head of state. In fact, it is a federal crime if he tries to arrest any head of another country, Netanyahu. And you'll notice his doublespeak. Netanyahu has had no due process. There's been no investigation. The prosecutor in charge has been suspended for misbehavior. There is some talk about Qatar spreading cash to get some actions done. We will see about all that. And he has not been adjudicated guilty of anything. And one of those who sought charges has withdrawn them. That would be the government of Colombia. That's what we have. Sick. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get one free set of Brake Best Select brake pads when you buy 2 Brake Best Select brake rotors. Or get one free set of Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct professional grade brake pads when you buy 2 matching professional grade brake rotors. Restrictions apply. Get details from the parts professionals at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Don't miss your chance to reach higher. Apply and register now for the fall semester at North Country Community College. Take advantage of North Country's new scholarship programs for the upcoming year, along with flexible on-campus, online, and hybrid learning options. Get a quality education without a steep price, so you can start your career or transfer without debt holding you back. Visit nccc.edu/fall or call 888-TRY-NCCC.
With Hotels.com, members save up to 20% on hotels. That means stretching your travel budget further. More nights, better upgrades, or more trips altogether. Whether it's a last-minute escape or a long plan.
Wonderful. Ah, fucking sickening. It's fucking it.
Stay cool this summer with AC Pro and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, receive a $20 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after rebate with the purchase of a select AC Pro ready-to-use refrigerant kit that includes a hose and gauge. The advanced formula works quickly to seal common vehicle air conditioner leaks. Beat the heat at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Gold entered 2026 after a historic year. 53 new all-time highs, an average price up 44% year over year, then pushed past $5,500 an ounce in January. Right now it's pulled back. Many Wall Street analysts are telling clients this is the window before gold pushes back towards new highs. Meanwhile, silver is on track for a sixth year of structural supply deficit, with solar, EVs, electronic, and industrial demand still pulling heavily on the market. And gold's pullback has been fueled by fading Fed rate hopes and massive debt. Not a clear break in gold's bigger 2026 story. Call Monetary Gold right now. Get your complimentary gold and silver guide, the #1 requested guide in America for a quarter of a century, absolutely free. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD or go to marklovesgold.com. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Don't wait. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Making sense of your world.
I agree with everything you're saying.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
My heart is great for what's going on.
Making sense of the news. Washington's best way to wake up. O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on WMAL.
Now, Mamdani was asked, as reported by the New York Post, to define who the working class is in a word salad interview. He struggled to define who the working class is. The lengthy interview with the New York Times published over the weekend, who asked point blank by journalist Lula Garcia Navarro, how do you define the working class? I think if you have to work to pay your bills, I think that is one definition of being part of the working class, he vaguely responded. When pushed whether he would consider those who make $250,000 a year as working class, he said, I haven't asked myself where it starts and stops, because these are just phony slogans. What I would say is those who are working to try and afford the basic dignities of life and aren't able to do so, the basic dignities, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is also working class, oftentimes, worst how we divide this country. I think there's only one majority in this country. It's the working class, he then rambled. Confused by the convoluted response, Garcia Navarro admitted that his Honor's description didn't seem to ring true to her. Quote, it just seems a very easy answer to what is a complicated question, the reporter fought back. Because politically, if you're saying everyone is the working class or anyone that gets a salary is in the working class, yes, that opens your tent. But practically speaking, we're divided by income, and especially if you want to tax people, where do you draw the lines on this matter? Mamdani then said he would draw the line at around $1 million per year, which Garcia Navarro pointed out could alienate potential voters such as a janitor who he's lumped into the same working class category as a successful lawyer. That feels like a distinction that might matter, she told the mayor. Well, when I was running, a question I would face was, what does it mean to be a democratic socialist? And I only bring that up because I think sometimes there's a fixation on the definition of something, Mamdani attempted to explain. In other words, he's absolutely incoherent. And what I found is, he said, when I would knock on New Yorkers' doors, they would just ask, am I part of your vision? Huh? It's not that everyone is making the same amount of money or facing the same amount of struggle, but that they just want to know, is there any way for them to actually be able to work this hard and afford a good life in the city? Garcia Navarro then accused him of deflecting from the question by talking about New Yorkers' wants in broad strokes. By the way, good for this reporter. Look, I think I've defined it to you as someone who works to afford their life. Okay, let's stop there. So the working class is somebody who works to afford their life, Mr. Badu? Is that even a rational sentence? Somebody who works to afford their life is the working class. So if I have $5 million, and that's not enough for me, maybe I'm spending it on this, that, or the other, and I've got these homes and that homes, whatever. So I'm in the working class, you see, because he says it's if you can afford your life. That's what he says. Afford their life. He said, I also think no matter how you define it, we have an understanding that those who are struggling to afford the rent, struggling to afford their groceries, struggling to afford childcare are the people who should be at the heart of our vision for what comes next. Now, what should be at the heart of our vision is all Americans. What is the best system to make available food, housing, clothing, automobiles, that is mobility? What is the best system for the most people? You don't divide people into groups, into categories. That's the first problem, because everybody's an individual, right? You're an individual out there. You don't belong to some economic group. Say, yeah, I'm part of that economic group. No, you're an individual trying to make ends meet. Maybe you're doing very well. Maybe you're not. So how do we deal with that? We deal with that by creating prosperity. How do we create prosperity? Show me anywhere where government creates prosperity. How can government create prosperity when all it does is tax and regulate and redistribute? It doesn't create wealth. And it creates this police state, centralized government, where politicians like Mondami are making decisions that affect you, and he doesn't know you. He doesn't know your lifestyle. He doesn't know what your problem is. He just puts you in a stereotypical box. But you're not in a stereotypical box. You've got your own issues and your own lifestyle. So what's the best way to address this? To create an environment of opportunity and prosperity and wealth creation.
WMAL.
You may not realize it, but most ladder accidents happen around the house. A lot of them cleaning out clogged gutters. You don't want to be next. That's why homeowners choose LeafGuard, the only seamless one-piece rainwater management system with a clog-free guarantee and lifetime transferable warranty. With LeafGuard, the top's not a cover, it's part of the gutter. LeafGuard is American-made. Call now during our Celebrate America sale, 75% off installation. Act now and get no interest and no payments until 2028. Plus call 800-833-1274 now. And I have a nice gift for you. A $100 Visa gift card with your free in-home estimate from LeafGuard. Call 800-833-1274. 800-833-1274. Call now and receive a $100 Visa gift card with estimate from LeafGuard. 800-833-1274. Terms and conditions at LeafGuard.com.
395 northbound in Arlington. Traffic is stop and go from Boundary Channel Drive to 14th Street. On the northbound side of the GW, you'll find it jammed up in McLean between Turkey Run Park and the Beltway. Now, on the Beltway, Inner Loop and Tyson, it's very slow from 123 to the Claire Barton Parkway. Outer Loop of the Beltway in Alexandria jammed up from the Eisenhower Avenue connector to the Wilson Bridge. And southbound 95 in Lorton, that's jammed up between the Lorton exit and 123. And now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Cloudy chance for late showers tonight, low of 71. Showers and storms for your Tuesday, highs near 90.
O'Reilly.
Stay cool this summer with AC Pro and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, receive a $20 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after rebate with the purchase of a select AC Pro ready-to-use refrigerant kit that includes a hose and gauge. The advanced formula works quickly to seal common vehicle air conditioner leaks. Beat the heat at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Now when you play Powerball, add Double Play for only $1 more. Your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog, Dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play. for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
I am Winter Troxel. We're going to make one of the most difficult financial transitions of your lifetime easy. As we work through the challenges retirees face and how to overcome them, we have one simple goal for the show: live your best life and sleep peacefully every night. Give my team a call, 301-850-0683, and join us this weekend on WMAL.
Investment advisory services are provided by Apollon Wealth Management, LLC, an investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Insurance and annuities offered through MFG Insurance Services, Inc. and its associated insurance licensed agents.
Not planning today can cost you tomorrow. Stop worrying and start planning with Trajan Wealth. Contact Trajan today at 202-750-3300 or go to TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
If you are in need of a roof replacement before the summer rainstorms hit, well, honor, respect, and trust your home with Valor. Hey, it's Vince for Valor Home, and unfortunately, some unscrupulous home improvement companies are claiming to be Valor Home, but there's only one Valor I trust. Don't be fooled by the imposters online. Go directly to ValorHome.com and look for Valor's signature patriotic logo, or call 833-83-VALOR. Tell them Vince sent you.
833-83-VALOR. O'Reilly.
Help increase your vehicle's performance with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. A clean fuel system can increase performance and fuel economy. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9 plus 2 times points at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Making sense of your world.
I agree with you 100%.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
There's a lot of us out there
making sense of the news. WMAL, making sense of mainstream media, because the double standard is real. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Conservatism with passion. The Mark Levin Show. Call in now, 877-381-3811.
In a world that's increasingly turning against Israel, I am deeply proud to stand with Pastors John and Matt Hagee and Hagee Ministries. And we've become very, very close, our families, very good friends. They are just fantastic. And Cornerstone, his church, is just a wonderful, wonderful place with wonderful parishioners. And my family and I have been there, and we've really had a wonderful experience, very inspirational. And for decades, Hagee Ministries has stood with the people of Israel through prayer and compassion and action. And it's one incredible organizations they support, helps bring children from some of the poorest and most difficult places in the world to Israel for life-saving heart surgery. Listen to this story about little Sabrina. She was born in Zanzibar with a life-threatening heart defect. Doctors there could offer her no hope. So in 2007, she was brought to Israel for surgery. And today, Sabrina is alive, healthy, and a mother herself. One child, one miracle, one life change forever, one at a time, one by one. But there are still children who need someone to stand in the gap for them. Your gift today, every penny of which is tax deductible, your gift today to Hagee Ministries can help provide hope and a future for children who desperately need a chance to live. Please go to jhm.org, johnhageeministries.org, jhm.org/Levin. That's Levin. Please go there right now. That's jhm.org/Levin. Click donate and choose support Israel, and your generosity can help save lives in real time. Stand with Israel, stand with Hagee Ministries. Let's do it together. Let's do it right now at jhm.org/Levin, jhm.org/Levin, or you can call Hagee Ministries directly at their special line that they've set up just for you, 855-694-9647, 855-694-9647. They're there right now. And again, every penny is tax deductible. 855-694-9647. All right. We've talked about this guy, Hassan Piker, before. He's a birthright baby. He was born in America. His parents took him right back to Turkey, where he was radicalized, and then he came back to the United States. And he has been a truly grotesque hater of America. And even worse than that, he promotes Mao Zedong, and others. And here's the piece that I wanted to bring to your attention in Fox News. They write, leftist streamer sparks online firestorm over speech to college Democrats in a Mao-style suit. Now, the college Democrats are bringing these guys on campus to speak. They're not even embarrassed by it. The colleges and universities aren't even embarrassed by it. Here it is, cut 17, go.
No more to Trumpism, but no more to the Democrats who compromise, who conciliate, and who betray us.
No compromise.
No more to the fascist reactionaries, but no more to the Democrats who will collaborate and cooperate with the fascists, who will fund ICE, who will fund Israel, who will help poison the planet, who will stiff workers and help bosses. We don't need those Democrats anymore. In fact, we have a message. We are coming. We are unbossed. We're unbought. We're unbound. And we will become undeniable.
And he's wearing a Mao suit, a Mao outfit. Of course, is responsible for the slaughter of 60 million people. And in the past, he's praised Mao Zedong. In the past. That's right. 2026 College Democrats of America Summer Convention. That clip was widely shared on social media, including by an account DSA Watch, Democratic Socialists of America. And they called the appearance a Hitler-style speech that was viewed by over 1 million times. You understand, Adolf Hitler's praised by these people. Mao is praised by these people. And who are these people? What have they accomplished? What have they done? Nothing. No more to the fascist reactionaries. If you support our Constitution, if you support market capitalism, if you support these things that are our country, then you see you're a right-wing fascist. And they're jumping up and down like seals and applauding him. Generated instant outrage on social media, though, Fox reports. Hassan Piker dressed as Mao, brainwashing your kids at college, former LA mayoral candidate and reality TV star Spencer Pratt said on X. They're communists. This was always communism. Of course, he's right. We can all agree that dressing up as Mao while preaching this faculty lounge cosplay, communism is a little on the nose, right? GOP strategist Matt Whitlock posted on X. Atlantic Council senior fellow Ahmad Fawad Akatib responded on X saying, the transformation of Hassan Piker is nearing completion. Dressed up as Chairman Mao, whom he called one of the great leaders of the world who changed the entire universe. He and his followers are attempting a cultural takeover of the Democrat Party, which is letting them in. Letting them in. A spokesperson for anti-Semitism watch group Canary Mission, a great group, Canary Mission, told Fox News Digital that Piker is a malicious figure who has repeatedly faced criticism for rhetoric supporting terrorism, and that the decision to host him reflects the growing influence of socialist and extremist voices within the Democrat Party. There's no question about that. No question about that. Piker, who has previously expressed admiration for Mao Zedong, the Chinese Communist revolutionary, who murdered tens of millions of people, responded to the DSA Watch post on X saying, no more to fascist Trumpism, and no more to Democrats to collaborate with fascists by funding ICE and Israel. That's a Hitler speech to you? Yeah, it is. Just incredible. Now, various campaigns and candidates have faced criticism for associating with him. He says, I would never criticize Mao Zedong. Piker said earlier this year in a clip that is currently recirculating in social media. One of the great leaders of this world. Think about this, America. Think about it. Mass executions, mass slavery, mass graves. A College Democrats of America executive board member at a college in New York told Fox News Digital the group, quote, platforming someone like Hassan Piker is antithetical to the party that common sense Democrats are trying to present to the American people before November's midterms. Don't forget this, America. These aren't one-offs. Piker, Mondami, this whole conga line of these people. Remember, they were all in on Plattner. They're all in on this guy, Saeed, in Michigan. All in on these countless number of Democrats running for the House now. This is not an anomaly. This is now the heartbeat of the Democrat Party. And you need to remember this and make sure you go out and vote. We're going to lose this country. We're going to lose this country to scum like this. And yes, I said scum like this. And we will. Let's see here. One other thing I wanted to play. I can't find it on my iPhone right now. Let's see here, Mr. Producer. Who is next in line? That's what I wanted to play on the list there. Jamie Raskin. That's it. Jamie Raskin, I've told you many times, is a commie. I told you his father was a Stalinist. They set up the Institute for Policy Studies. You can investigate all this online. He's at the same event as Piker. Same event. Go ahead.
We're the ones standing up for democracy and human rights all over the world. That's who we are. That's our assignment. And what are they doing? They're siding with the autocrats, the kleptocrats, the theocrats.
Who among us is siding with autocrats, theocrats, and kleptocrats? They just had a speaker, Piker, who endorsed Mao Zedong. Speakers who've endorsed Adolf Hitler had Nazi tattoo on his chest, the guy. Who are they fooling here? Raskin is a complete scumbag. A complete scumbag. But they're the ones who support autocrats. And autocrats with a history of some of the most horrendous genocides in human history. That is who they support. That is who they talk up. Go ahead and finish him. Go ahead.
Plutocrats, but we're the Democrats, and we're standing up for democracy wherever it's under.
Where are they standing up for democracy? Mobocracy is not democracy. Where are they standing up for democracy? They want to destroy the Supreme Court by packing it. They want to destroy the Senate altogether, either eliminate it or pack it with 4 more Democrats from 2 Democrat territories, 1 city, 1 territory. They want to eliminate the Electoral College, so 38 states have no say in how this country's run, and the people in those 38 states. So where is it that they support democracy? Honest to God. They're the autocrats. And their ideology, their ideological master, Marx, I mean, he was more honest than these guys are. They tried to democratize their language. They tried to create the impression that they're for the working class. No, they're not. They want your votes, and then they'll be done with you. That's it. They want your votes, then they'll be done with you. That's what they believe. And they're out, folks, full-throated. Full-throated now. They're out there. They don't hide it. They dress like them. They talk like them because they mean what they say. You don't have to overpay, by the way, for big wireless. Not when Pure Talk comes in with the same service for a tiny fraction of the cost. And now for the first time ever, Pure Talk, my favorite wireless company, is offering any plan at just $15 a month for your first 3 months. That is a great deal. And they want you to try it. There's never been a better time to take Pure Talk for a test drive. It's fast. It's reliable. You're going to love it. They're patriotic. It was founded by a veteran. Again, any Pure Talk plan, including their unlimited data plan, even their top tier $65 a month plan, just $15 a month for your first 3 months, so you can check it out. I encourage you to do it strongly. There's a savings of up to $150 just in those 3 months. But you should switch today because this offer is extremely short-lived. Hello, it's not going to last long. That's what it means, short-lived. Switch to Pure Talk. Enjoy your first 3 months of talk, text, and data, just $15 a month. And all you have to do is dial pound 250 and say Mark Levin, pound 250, say Mark Levin, and you're off to the races. You'll be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, that's dial pound 250, say Mark Levin to start saving. And you can keep your phone and keep your phone number if you want to. That's pound 250, say Mark Levin. We'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Help increase your vehicle's performance with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. A clean fuel system can increase performance and fuel economy. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9, plus 2 times points at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Now when you play Powerball, add Double Play for only $1 more. Your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog, Dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Have you noticed tingling, numbness, or burning in your feet or legs? It might seem like a minor annoyance, but those could be early signs of peripheral neuropathy, and it often gets worse if it's left untreated. It's Derek Hunter. If nerve pain or loss of sensation keeps you from enjoying golf, pickleball, walking, traveling, or just an active life, I encourage you to call Dr. Shannon Thompson, the founder of Restore Health of Virginia in Ashburn. Dr. Thompson offers an advanced, drug-free, non-surgical treatment program designed to improve circulation, calm damaged nerves, and help restore sensation and balance. And for a limited time, the first 25 WMAL callers will receive complimentary nerve, sensory, and thermal imaging screening. The first step is a brief phone consultation with Dr. Thompson to find out if this program may be right for you. Call 703-637-1000. That's 703-637-1000. Again, 703-637-1000.
Feel the heat and grab the cash at Mohawk Casino. Play the $60,000 summer cash giveaway, where you've got a chance to win big cash prizes. Earn entries July 1st through August 22nd. Then mark your calendars to be here for the grand prize drawings on July 25th and August 22nd, when we're handing out cash prizes each night, ranging from $250 to the grand prize of $10,000 cash. Only at Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort, your everyday escape.
For the past decade, the market has rewarded investors. The question is, what are you doing with those gains? If you've watched your portfolio climb, now's the time to explore ways to lock in a portion of your success with a long-term income-producing plan. My recommendation? Call the Aaron's team. Ask about the 30+9 savings plan with its 30% deposit match and 9.5% annual interest guarantee for 12 years. Your retirement income must keep pace with inflation, and the 30+9 plan can with its increasing income feature. Don't wait for volatility to force your next move. Take action while you're ahead. To get your free illustration and brochure, call or text the Aaron's Team hotline at 888-411-4130. That's 888-411-4130. You can call or text to 888-411-4130.
Prostate is working. That's what you tell yourself. You're up 3 times a night instead of 5. The urgency is manageable. The stream's not great, but it's fine. That's the problem. Fine.
Enlarged prostate, or BPH, doesn't pause because the medication takes the edge off. The prostate keeps growing. The bladder keeps working harder. And over time, those changes can be harder to reverse. But surgery? Not for you, right? Aquablation is not the surgery you're picturing. It's the only ultrasound-guided, robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Don't wait until things become unbearable. Find an Aquablation urologist near you. Visit aquablation.com. Aquablation.com. That's aquablation.com. Visit aquablation.com. All surgical treatments carry risks, and results may vary. Side effects may include, but are not limited to, urinary symptoms, mild pain, infection, or less frequently, urethral or rectal injury, or ejaculatory dysfunction. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more.
Making sense of your world.
Thank you for what you do.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
You give me hope.
Making sense of the news. First thing each morning, O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on WMAL.
Have we tried to get again these DSA people to come on this program? They're ignoring you. I would, Rich, I would rip them to shreds. It would be fun and it would be important. I would just rip them to shreds. And ladies and gentlemen, I would try to be polite as long as I could, seriously. But I really want to challenge these people. We can't even get one of them on the program. We can't get Raskin on this program. We've tried for years to get that reprobate on this program. Let's go with that cut 18 again, please. Go.
We're the ones standing up for democracy and human rights all over the world.
No,
That's who
you're
we
not.
are. That's our assignment. And what are they doing? They're siding with the autocrats, the kleptocrats, the theocrats, the plutocrats. But we're the Democrats.
Yeah, we're the Democrats. And we've tried to get you on this program, you little bastard, just to have a conversation with you about your brilliant democracy ideas and your history and your background and what you're doing, and you won't come on the program, you gutless little wonder. And neither will the Democratic Socialists of America, and neither will Bernie Sanders, and neither will AOC. What do you have to be afraid of? You're so self-righteous, you're so narcissistic, you're so egomaniacal, you know everything. I don't know anything. Come on the program. Tell the whole world. Go ahead.
For democracy, wherever it's under attack around the world. And guess where it's under attack? Right here in the United States of America. Right here.
Boy, do they hate this country? Do they hate our Constitution? Do they hate our institutions? Oh, man. They hate them. Hate them. Democracy is under attack in America. First of all, we're not a democracy. Our Constitution is under attack in America by these evil saboteurs. We're trying to defend our construct. We're trying to defend it. They've already told us what they plan to do. Another phony impeachment, destroying the impeachment clause of the Constitution, making a complete mockery of it. They didn't care about our sovereignty and our border. They eviscerated our immigration laws. They're eviscerating them now by obstructing ICE, which has the legal authority given to it by Congress and past presidents to remove people who are here illegally, not who necessarily commit additional crimes, them, of course, but people who are here illegally. And for them, that's an attack on democracy. What they really mean is an attack on the Democrat Party, because the Democrat Party is relying on changing the entire demographics of this country. That's what they're relying on. That's why they're doing exactly what they're doing. Look who's speaking up. A lot of these people are first or second generation. And of course, we have our homegrown Marxists and buffoons. There's no question about that, because they've taken over our colleges and universities. So if you dare to speak up against this, if you dare to wave the American flag, if you dare to support the 10 Commandments, if you dare to be a person of morality and faith who believe in the Declaration and the Constitution and the civil society, you are a right-wing fascist because you dare to stand up to the Marxists and the Islamists. That's the truth. Go ahead.
Our whole Constitution is under attack.
Our Constitution's under attack. How many times have I told you? They use the Constitution to destroy the Constitution. They use liberty to destroy liberty. This jackass gets on the same stage as this Marxist, Islamist, terrorist-supporting piker who's dressed up as Mao Zedong and accuses you and me of being fascists. This is the way it works. This is the way it works. Every communist regime accuses every freedom movement, every liberation movement of being fascist, of being enemies. Go ahead.
People are constitutional illiterates, and they're savage destroyers of our Constitution.
Savage, that guy can barely speak. Barely speak. Because his mind is a mess. He's a moron. Dangerous man. His father was a dangerous man. It obviously runs in the bloodstream. We'll be right back.
WMAL.
O'Reilly.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Feel the heat and grab the cash at Mohawk Casino. Play the $60,000 summer cash giveaway, where you've got a chance to win big cash prizes. Earn entries July 1st through August 22nd. Then mark your calendars to be here for the grand prize drawings on July 25th and August 22nd, when we're handing out cash prizes each night, ranging from $250 to the grand prize of $10,000 cash. Only at Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort, your everyday escape.
Each week, at least one child dies from heat stroke after being left alone in a car. Often, these incidents are not a matter of neglect, but even the most responsible, loving parents are liable to forget a child in the car due to sleep deprivation, stress, or a change in routine, which can lead to fatal results. As temperatures continue to soar, take steps to ensure a child is never forgotten in a hot car. Learn more today by visiting carsforkids.org/hotcars. Remember, that's cars with a K.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9.
Targeted. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. The U.S. military says it's conducting its 10th consecutive night of strikes against Iran. The aim to degrade sites used to launch attacks on commercial shipping. Latest round coming after 3 U.S. soldiers were killed by Iranian fire in Jordan on Friday. Their remains have been recovered.
President Trump will attend the dignified transfer of fallen service members tomorrow at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware in what has become one of the deadliest weeks for U.S. troops since the conflict started. The military identified those killed as 25-year-old First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan and Private Isabella Gonzalez. She was only 19. The military initially listed another service member as missing, although human remains have been found.
Fox's Alex Hogan at the White House. There have been 17 service members killed in the U.S.-Iran conflict, nearly 100 injured, though the Pentagon says 96% of those have returned to active duty. A 42-year-old man under arrest in New York City after authorities say he planned an attack on a federal building where immigration hearings are held.
The FBI says Andrew Arabaka, a U.S. Army veteran, is responsible for this anti-ICE attack that started with fireworks, then went to a pellet gun and ended with a fire at the entrance to the federal building. Federal investigators say he's an anti-American, anti-government extremist, and he carried a manifesto along with 2 axes, a hammer, a machete, and 3 knives.
Fox's Nate Foy in Lower Manhattan. The building has become a focal point for demonstrations against the Trump administration's immigration policies. 5 people have died on a river in the Columbus suburb of Powell, Ohio, after several of them went into the water to help another person who was struggling to swim. This coming 2 days after 5 people were killed in a flash flood in southern Utah. America is listening to Fox News.
WMAL News Time is 8:02. I'm Rich Cassone. As Muriel Bowser prepares to leave office, the woman likely to become the next mayor of D.C. says she's ready to shake things up.
Democrat socialist Janice Lewis George says she hasn't spoken to President Trump yet, but is open to doing so, telling 7 News if she's the city's next mayor, a top priority will be the removal of the National Guard and ICE.
We are still reeling. Our economy is still hurt by all of this federal occupation and movement.
President Trump has called her a, quote, communist and said he would consider placing D.C. under federal control if Lewis George is the next mayor. Maria Leaf on WMAL and WMAL.com.
An Alexandria man is facing almost 200 charges for stealing from cars parked outside local gyms.
Only now is 29-year-old Kumnajer Ayalshir behind bars, accused of stealing wallets and credit cards from unlocked vehicles, then quickly making gift card purchases at nearby stores, often before victims even realize what happened. Many of the offenses date back to October of last year. Most recently, Ayalshir is tied to car theft break-ins outside fitness centers in Centerville, Reston, and Tysons. So far this year, he was arrested, then released by Fairfax County Police 3 times. Now he's being held by Arlington County Police. Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
$4 gas is back, and it's not going away anytime soon.
For the second straight week, gas prices rising virtually coast to coast.
And Gas Buddy's Patrick DeHaan says it's not just Iran. The war in Russia is damaging refineries there, and now there's weather in the Gulf.
While it doesn't look extremely impactful, it's just a reminder of what we're going to have to contend with, not only 2 major geopolitical issues, but also Mother Nature.
He sees prices only rising in the near term. Around here, the average now $4.19 in D.C., $3.99 in Maryland, $3.92 in Virginia. John Matthews on WMAL and WMAL.com.
That's the latest. I'm Rich Cassone for WMAL.
Maryland side of the Beltway, you're good to go in Prince George's County and Montgomery County. No delays on the inner loop or on the outer loop. In Virginia, inner loop in Tysons, jammed up between 123 and the Clara Barton Parkway. On 66 eastbound in Vienna, there is a crash. It's in the right shoulder at the Vienna Metro Station. Traffic is slow from Fair Oaks. On 95 southbound in Lorton, that's stop and go between the Lorton exit 123. And in the district, no delays on 295, 395, or 695. And now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Cloudy, chance for late shower tonight, low of 71. Showers and storms for your Tuesday, highs near 90.
We are Children's Miracle Network, and we raise funds for 170 local children's hospitals. Make big change today for kids in your community. Support your local children's hospital with a monthly or one-time gift online. Learn more at cmn.org.
500 orders a month is manageable. 5,000 is madness. Embrace intelligent order fulfillment with ShipStation, the only platform combining order management, warehouse workflows, inventory, returns, and analytics in one place. What used to take 5 separate tools, ShipStation does in one. Automate fulfillment and rate shopping to ship up to 15 times more with up to 90% savings. Go to ShipStation.com and use code AUDIO to try ShipStation free for 60 days.
Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NETCO, we guide you home.
Whew, I'm still getting used to that. It used to take us days to finalize documents, but I just securely created and sent a major contract in seconds using DocuSign Intelligent Agreement Management, powered by AI. You can create, collaborate on, and negotiate agreements in just a few clicks. Now, with every step of our business process connected, we get to signature in a fraction of the time. Ready to speed up your business? Meet your new end-to-end agreement partner at DocuSign.com.
Now, on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app, Mark Levin.
Our power hour, that was fast. Hour 3 is already here, America. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. So I was telling you about this fool, Jamie Raskin. things he was saying and so forth and so on. And there's a whole cabal of these people now. And the Democrat leadership is going to be swallowed up by them. And there may be more added to their ranks. Now, you might say, Mark, why are you spending all day on this? Because it's crucial. This is about you, your family, and your future. These people are trying to literally destroy our country. And they're gaining momentum. And I have to fight this. I have to fight this. Abdul El-Sayed is tight with this guy, Hassan Piker. He's a liar. He's a scumbag. He's tied in with these front groups, or they support him. His father is as well. Close to CARE, which is one of these Hamas front groups. And to notice what they're doing, and to notice what they're saying, and for me to bring them to your attention is crucially important. We have a lot of listeners in Michigan. You better get busy, or this is going to be your senator. And what a disaster. What a disaster. And here he is, Abdul El-Sayed on CNN yesterday. Cut 12 with Jake Tapper. Go.
20 weeks ago, when Iran's supreme leader was killed, you told your staff, according to audio obtained by the Washington Free Beacon, quote, there are a lot of people in Dearborn who are sad today, so I just don't want to comment on Khamenei at all, unquote. I thought that quote was interesting because the Ayatollah has killed tens of thousands of innocent Iranians, not to mention the proxies that Iran has funded that have killed innocent civilians all over the Middle East. Why were you worried about offending people who support the Ayatollah?
Jake, on a day where we're mourning the loss of 2 more service members in a war we never should have fought, I think all of us ought to step back and ask whether or not everybody in Michigan, frankly, everybody in America, shouldn't be sad about the fact that this president, backed by the prime minister of a foreign government, took us to a war we had no business fighting in.
All right, stop. Number one, that is outrageous. But number two, he's not answering the question. He asked him about Khomeini's death and why he advised his staff not to bring it up, because there are people in that state, in Dearborn, Michigan, who are very sad that the Ayatollah Khomeini was killed. So you see how they deflect. This is what they do all the damn time. Go ahead.
I didn't want to comment on it then because it's a ridiculous pretext. And now you're asking me about the Ayatollah, who's dead, by the way, and you're not asking me about the service members who've died. You're not asking me about whether or not this war should have ever been fought. You're not asking me about whether or not the costs that are...
How about the question he did ask you? How come you're not answering it? How come you're not answering this question? All right, let's move to cut 13. Go.
You were asked by CNN if support for Israel could be about anything other than money. You told CNN, quote, not if you're a Democrat and you believe in human rights, unquote. You also said, quote, every definition of a Jewish state ends up in some articulation of illiberal values, unquote. So it sounds as though, and correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds as though you and Mayor Mamdani disagree about how big this tent should be, whether there's room for it in the tent for Israel supporters.
Well, Jake, I'll tell you this. There's always room in the tent for folks. And I'm for human rights. I'm for equal rights to peace, dignity, and self-determination. Whatever you think about the right of Israel to exist, I wonder if they have a right to our tax dollars. And here's the thing about it. Every time I come on CNN, you guys ask me the same questions about these theoretical rights of existence or whether or not I agree with the mayor of New York. I did I'm running for Senate in Michigan. And in Michigan, people can't afford their basic needs. They don't get the health care.
All right, so there we go. Of course, Michigan has been controlled by the Democrats for 10 years. They've had 2 Democrat senators, Democrat governor, Democrat Senate. And then this guy. See how he changes the subject? Changes the subject completely. We're not talking about whether Israel gets money or doesn't get money, or for the money, basically it's spent in the United States to hire Americans to develop weapons and so forth. Now, he's not asking any of that. He's quoting him. That if you're a Democrat who believes in human rights, you don't believe in the state of Israel. That's pretty much what the guy said. He doesn't address that, does he? And I want you to note something. This is very important. Does he not sound like the woke right types, the Tucker Carlson types, the Steve Bannon types, Does he not? Does he not, Mr. Producer? Spot on. Don't they say the same thing over and over and over again? It's a tiny country, $3.8 billion, 90% of which is spent in the United States, never leaves our country to build bombs, to build jets, and so forth and so on. Enormous sums of money go to other countries, enormous sums of money. But even putting that aside, that wasn't the question. The question is whether Israel has the right to exist, and he wouldn't answer it. And he wouldn't answer it. Now, these guys have something in common. They're very slick. He's slick. Mondami's slick. They have the lines memorized. They have the slogans memorized. They're able to speak these slogans and so forth. Now, when they don't think the camera's running and they don't think the microphone is on, then they show their true colors. They show their ankle, and they're out of the closet. They're out of the closet. But this guy, Saeed, is a very dangerous man. Very. And he is a crucial part of the effort by CARE, by the Muslim Brotherhood, by Qatar, by that whole crowd that supports terrorism directly and indirectly to get this guy elected. And you should be scared to hell. Because even if he loses this time, the fact is the enemy is on the ascendancy internally within the United States. And that's what Raskin did. That's what Biden did. That's what the Democrats have done. Now they will lose their authority. They will be chopped up politically is what I'm speaking about. They will be devoured, I guess is a better phrase. They will be. By the very people who they're bringing into this country who hate America, who will not assimilate, quite the opposite. Go ahead.
They're worried about the quality of their kids' school. And the question seems less to be about the interests of Michiganders than the fact of...
Man, this guy is such a huckster. He's not going to answer these questions. Not if you're a Democrat and you believe in human rights. That's what he said about supporting Israel. Not if you're a Democrat and you believe in human rights. He didn't answer it once. Not in the least. He pretends he cares about the people of Michigan. He doesn't. John Fetterman is onto this. He was on it, CNN yesterday, also with Tapper. And on this El Sayed, describing Israel as a genocidal state. Cut 14, go.
Can the Democratic Party, can the Big Tent be home to both someone like Dr. El Sayed and someone like you?
By the way, Dr. El Sayed is not a doctor. He's not an actual physician. But we call him Dr. El Sayed. Pathetic. Go ahead.
It's entirely appropriate to be pro-Palestinian. And of course, I'm deeply sympathetic to many of the innocent Palestinians as well over. But where we have become parts in our party now, describing Israel is genocidal state or apartheid state. And now we're not going to vote for any kind of aid. And now even people like the J Street organization are going to vote against basic things like the Iron Dome. And it's getting more and more incredibly hostile towards Israel. Israel is our important key ally. When candidates like you've had Dr. on just before me won't criticize Iran. In fact, he'll warn his supporters, well, we can't just be talking about that the leader of Iran was eliminated, which I think I'm proud to say that's a great thing. You know, eliminating Hamas leadership, eliminating Hezbollah leadership or Iran, that makes things safe and more just. And that's entirely appropriate views.
You know, that used to be the main view of the Democrat Party. And they had some great leaders in that party. Joe Lieberman, and even earlier, Scoop Jackson, Pat Moynihan, great leaders. And Scoop Jackson was from a liberal state, Washington State. And Pat Moynihan from a liberal state, liberal city, New York City. and Joe Lieberman from the liberal state, Connecticut. And they weren't the only ones. They weren't the only ones. And today you have Al-Sayed. And you also have Elizabeth Warren. She endorsed Plattner in Maine. That's my kind of man, she said. And now she's endorsed Abdul El-Sayed for the Senate. And by the way, Schumer has endorsed the other Democrat woman, who's quite a leftist woman, but not El-Sayed. Cut 15, go.
I'm endorsing Abdul El-Sayed for Senate in Michigan. Abdul is the only candidate in this race not taking corporate money, and he's fighting to get money out of politics altogether. Abdul studied to be a doctor, and he's fighting for every single American to have affordable, high-quality health care. Abdul has been a card-carrying union member, and he's...
Now, isn't it interesting that his wife won't take any insurance? We've talked about that, government or private. Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, none. But fighting for everybody to have high-quality, affordable health care. No, he's not. He hasn't done a damn thing about it. Go ahead.
Working people. That's why he's endorsed by
This phrase, working people, is incredible. Since when do Democrats represent quote-unquote working people? They represent people on the dole. They represent illegal aliens. They represent Islamists who come into this country to overthrow our country and embrace them and want them to vote. They represent Marxists who aren't for working people. No, they're for enslaving working people. Why do the Republicans have such difficulty confronting this? There's no difficulty in confronting this. They have this horrendous record. That's right. She talks about working people, and we ought to throw it right back in her face. Is that what you call mass graves in China, mass graves in North Korea? I think they're filled with working people, hardworking people who just wouldn't buy into the system, who are accused even wrongly of not buying into the system. Their concentration camps, their death camps. Yeah, those are working people in those concentration and death camps. You can't kill 60 million Chinese in communist China under Mao and not kill, quote unquote, working people. 20 million people in the Soviet Union, probably 40 million by Stalin. Working people, people who worked hard, farmers and other people who just wouldn't give into the system. Working people in North Korea. Who do you think fill up their concentration camps? Billionaires? Corporatists? No. Working people. Working people. Who do you think's being slaughtered in Africa by the Islamists? The Christians being slaughtered. Working people. And who do you think lives in Israel, fighting the enemy that keeps attacking them? Working people. We need to take this phrase back from the Marxists and the Islamists. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NECA, we guide you home.
O'Reilly.
Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get one free set of Brake Best Select brake pads when you buy two Brake Best Select brake rotors. Or get one free set of Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct professional grade brake pads when you buy two matching professional grade brake rotors. Restrictions apply. Get details from the parts professionals at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
Feel
Feel the heat and grab the cash at Mohawk Casino. Play the $60,000 summer cash giveaway, where you've got a chance to win big cash prizes. Earn entries July 1st through August 22nd. Then mark your calendars to be here for the grand prize drawing.
Now that's funny. Elizabeth Warren. We're going to take money out of politics. And what is she going to use to run for office? Costs money to run for office. So she doesn't want me to have. What if I donate to both the Democrat and the Republican Party? What if I support each of them either? Because they're supposed to do the same job, defend the Constitution. It shouldn't matter what party you are. There's actually more than two parties. And then a lot of you fuckers don't understand why we have a two-party system.
Money is on the line. Always say hello with quote.
Why do you think Hillary wanted to be president? She wants to control it. She wanted to be the first king, queen, or whatever you might want to call it. Fuck you, Wiggin. You're going to take 3 months to do what? You're lucky God he doesn't do more for me. I have a lot of favors to ask. Fucking coward.
Double your play with Powerball Double Play for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y.
For the heavy-duty Mondays, the action-packed Sundays, and everything in between, only Blue Death products are triple filtered and guaranteed pure to keep your diesel truck running strong. Count on America's #1 diesel exhaust fluid. Blue Death and Blue Death Platinum, guaranteed for what drives you.
Israel, our vital ally in the Middle East, is under attack and facing unprecedented threats like never before. And right now, she needs our help. For decades, Pastor Hagee has been a tireless defender of Israel. Through Hagee Ministries, support is provided to one of Israel's leading medical centers in the north, helping care for people on the front line. The medical team shared this message, quote, "Thanks to friends like you, we've been able to treat hundreds of patients with advanced medical care and compassionate healing, even under the constant threat of rockets. Real lives are being saved every single day. Please go to jhm.org/LEVIN. Please go there now or call 855-694-9647. America, stand with our ally Israel. Pastor John Hagee and Hagee Ministries are doing God's work. Please call Hagee Ministries at 855-694-9647 or visit jhm.org/LEVIN. Please help make a difference now and for the next generation.
Making sense of your world. I can't believe this. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
And I am so with you.
Making sense of the news. WMAL's Vince Colonnades. Weekdays at noon on 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
And the hits keep coming.
We are family.
Do you know who Malak Kiros is, American? M-E-L-A-T, first name Kiros, K-I-R-O-S. Do you know who that is? Colorado 1st Congressional District Socialist candidate who's going to win that seat. It's Denver. Oh, yes. She's on some podcast. Hat tip, Breitbart. Listen to this. Cut 16, go.
I think it's particularly important, not just for our community in Bride, but communities of the global South, period, right? There's a certain reckoning that we are going to have with the global world order as it exists today and the way that it fundamentally will have to shift going forward, right? The responsibility that we have as Americans, the recognition that is going to be required of us, of the exploitative and extractive nature that we play on the global.
Stop. You know she's 29 years old, I believe. Isn't this the 29-year-old, Rich? I think it is. Who failed as a lawyer, who's failed at everything she's ever done, but she managed to win the Democrat nomination in Denver, which means she's the winner of the seat. We have to have a reckoning. You see, it's the system, not the fact that she's a moron and a failure and a loser. No, it's the system. In the system, we're going to have a reckoning, says a 29-year-old who's done nothing, zero. The system. We've had men and women fight and die for this country. 2 yesterday, actually 3. Patriots, red-blooded Americans who love the country. And you have this freak fraud and this phony going on and on about how we're going to have a reckoning. They sound like the enemy. They all sound like Putin and Xi and Un and all the rest of them. They sound like the Islamist regime in Iran. The way they talk about us comes right out of the Communist Manifesto. The agitprop and all the rest. They think they're Leninists or Trotskyites or Maoists. And they are a little of each, quite frankly. It's just disgusting what's happened to our country. This is why I call this program Radio Free America. Radio Free America. But you watch, there's going to be an effort, a concerted effort, just a matter of time. And we have felt it in the past, a little bit here and a little bit there. Destroy this format and to destroy my program. You wait and watch. I know what I'm up against. I know I'm the biggest voice who speaks to this day in and day out, intelligently, effectively. If I were just a schlub, they wouldn't care. Go ahead.
In the global stage is only going to be challenged if we are getting represented by people who understand that on a fundamental level.
Understand right? What on a fundamental level, you nitwit? What's she even talking about? Go ahead.
And that means getting more immigrants into office. That means getting more.
There you go. More immigrants in office. Because these damnable Americans, white Americans in particular, Christian white Americans in particular, they just don't know what we have to take the country away from them. And if you point it out, there's apparently something wrong with you. She just said it. Did she just say it or didn't she say it? I'll be right back.
WMAL. For nearly 3,000 years, Homer's The Odyssey has inspired readers with timeless lessons about courage, duty, loyalty, family, leadership, and the search for home. Odysseus battles cyclopses, sirens, storms, and temptation itself, pride, comfort, and despair. These challenges still resonate today. That's why Hillsdale College created its new free online course, The Odyssey, taught by Hillsdale College professors. It explores the great books and enduring ideas at the heart of Western civilization. Enroll free today at levinforhillsdale.com. Read the classics, study the West. Start now.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NATCO, we guide you home.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy Truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
The jackpots continue to soar. Go to any New York Lottery retailer today for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot, over $500 million. Or play for your chance to win the Mega Millions jackpot, over $550 million. Please play responsibly.
Don't miss your chance to reach higher. Apply and register now for the fall semester at North Country Community College. Take advantage of North Country's new scholarship programs for the upcoming year, along with flexible on-campus, online, and hybrid learning options. Get a quality education without a steep price, so you can start your career or transfer without debt holding you back. Visit nccc.edu/fall or call 888-TRY-NCCC.
Are gas prices getting you down? At Wade Toyota in Watertown, you'll find the next evolution of EVs that are built for the future and redefine what it means to drive electric. With more range and acceleration, more technology and comfort, and intelligent all-wheel drive, you can electrify your everyday. Get 1.99% APR for up to 72 months, plus up to $2,000 in rebates on the 2026 Prius plug-in or all-new CHR this month at Wade Toyota on Route 11 in Watertown. Let's go places. When the moments in your life are too important to miss, you can trust O'Reilly Auto Parts to keep you and your plans on the road. Our professional parts people can test your vehicle's battery and even give it a charge if needed. In most cases, we can install your new battery for free. It's just one of the many services we provide at O'Reilly Auto Parts to ensure life's best moments don't find you stranded.
Auto Parts. It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never
play
get cold.
Wigan, come
Your
on.
flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
The Sherwin-Williams summer sale is here. Get 30% off select paints and stains or 35% off our newest product, Emerald Symmetry, July 17th through the 27th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Making sense of your world.
Talk radio is where I get all of my information.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the border. Because laws either matter or they don't. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free. The Mark Levin Show. Live and national at 877-381-3811.
Have you gotten your ghost bed mattress yet, folks? I'm quite serious. Have you tried it yet? May I ask you politely, what are you waiting for? You have 101 nights to try all summer long and into the fall. And if you decide to return it, there's no hassle whatsoever. I mean, seriously? Do you really want another summer like last summer, barely sleeping because you were too hot all night? It is a hot summer. You have to admit, it is hot. Not a lot of people blame the summer heat for bad sleep. Most people do, actually. When really it may be their mattress trapping the heat. Their mattress trapping the heat. It's exactly why I switched to Ghost Bed. Ghost Bed helps keep you cool all night. No tossing and turning or throwing the covers off at 2 a.m. I really want you to try this. Cooling tech is built into every mattress. It's not some expensive upgrade where they rip you off. We have to pay extra for it. And it offers incredible support, less stiffness, deeper sleep, more rested mornings. I can attest to this. And I want to strongly encourage you to jump in. Ghost Bed gives you 101 nights to try it at home. Hello. 101 nights to try it at home so you can sleep on it for the rest of the summer and into the fall. Folks, seriously? Yes, and you can feel the difference for yourself. Nobody else does this because they completely trust their prophet, and I don't blame them. GhostBed is offering you, my audience, also, just you, an extra 10%, off. And with financing, some GhostBeds come out to around $1 a day. Say what? Around $1 a day. So go to ghostbed.com/Levin and use promo code Levin. Again, don't put it off. Seriously, jump in right now. Ghostbed.com/LEVIN, promo code LEVIN. I'm telling you, it's a big deal. You're going to love it. All right, let's take some calls here. There's a lot of people, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Let us go to Kevin, St. Paul, Minneapolis, on Sirius XM satellite. How are you?
Good evening, Mark. Thank you for taking my call.
You bet.
It's an honor and a pleasure to speak with you. You're a true American patriot.
Thank you.
Here's what I want to get to. The DSA platform, we already know what they want to do. They want to abolish the presidency, abolish the Senate, abolish the Supreme Court. They want to open the borders. They want to do all this stuff. You've got now the open borders thing. We're not just talking about the southern border or the border of Canada. We're also talking about all the borders that Trump banned from all the Muslim countries from coming to America. All those are going to get opened up too. So you got the DSA platform wanting to commit treason. As far as I'm concerned, they want to overthrow our government. That is the only thing I can figure out.
That's 100% right.
You've got Mandami, who was campaigning on a global caliphate. Mm-hmm. And you talked about this numerous times on your program during that campaign season with Mandami. If you look up caliphate, it's one supreme leader, abolish presidency. They don't know who's going to be in charge. But if you look at a global caliphate, you look at the DSA platform, put the puzzle pieces together. Now you're talking about the guy running in Michigan, and you got Mandami, who's getting backed by all the leftists.
You've got about a dozen running for Congress. You literally have 200 now to 300 holding seats throughout government in our country. And they've only just begun.
Yeah. And now what I can see happening here is they're going to throw the moderate Democrats out, which is what they're doing right now. They're already 8 bettermen. And they're already standing with the Muslim Brotherhood, and they're always backing up Karen and whatnot. It's turning into not only political, but religious. Anti-Semitism, Antichrist versus Judeo-Christianity. I mean, which side is on which side? It's not that hard to figure out. But what I'm also putting together from your broadcast tonight is Mandami and the guy El Sayed in Michigan. Those two are going to campaign against each other. Who's going to be the supreme leader once they can get all this put in place?
That won't matter. One will take down the other. Just like the Russian Revolution, just like the Chinese Communist Revolution, all these revolutions. One eventually fights his way through and takes over. But the fact of the matter is, we don't want to get to that point. Great call, Kevin. Appreciate you, buddy. Let's go to Sean, Reno, Nevada, town I like a lot. Sirius XM satellite. Sean, go right ahead, please.
Hey, Mark, how are you? It's a real pleasure to talk to you, and you're a great American. I got to say, listening to some of the Montana stuff before the call, I think my IQ point dropped about 92 points.
Isn't it crazy? People are just stupid as hell, and they push out these slogans. Crazy.
It's sad. It's sad. And one thing I wanted to mention, Mark, I think I'm Armenian by heritage. I grew up here in America. I was born here, but I think I've always had a unique appreciation for Israel. And I think a lot of people don't understand. I mean, unless you really understood that region, and a bunch of Armenians were killed by the Turks. We had a genocide.
And by the way, they lie about that. That regime lies about it. I mean, you're talking about millions of Armenians who were slaughtered, and he lies about it. When I worked at the Interior Department, just for a little piece of info, I was Deputy Solicitor of the Interior Department briefly. The solicitor was Armenian, and we were best friends. He was a great, great guy, really, really smart. And yes, people who've gone through these things have a bond, an identity. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're spot on, Mark. I mean, I have so many friends that are Jewish, and it's a shared kind of, as a people, we really fight and we kind of punch above our weight class. And people have to understand that Israel is surrounded by enemies and people that want to kill them just for who they are and just their religion. And frankly, I think a lot of times Israel shows great restraint on a relative basis to its capabilities. And so to sit there and just have people throw rocks at something they don't understand and just get caught up in this fervor, I think do your homework, people. Understand the region, understand its history, and you'll have a whole different perspective and appreciation for what that country goes through. So,
you're a good man, Sean, and I love your town too. But I'd probably wind up playing too much blackjack, if you know what I mean. All right, God bless you. You take care of yourself. Good guy. Great callers here. We always get great callers now. Okay, I cannot. Is that PJ, Mr. Producer? PJ, Nashville, Tennessee. Say again.
Hey, retard.
WTN. No, that's not right. Let's get the correct call letters.
I think it's 99.7 WTN, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. I'm the dunce.
How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. How are you?
No, you're anything but. I mean, you're amazing. I gotta say, on behalf of 80 million plus Iranians, we are so grateful to you. No matter what happens, what's the outcome of this war? Just the fact that the big guy, Khamenei, and 40 of his underlings were taken out, that's just a blessing. I also got to say, I was born in a Zoroastrian family. My dad is Zoroastrian. My mom is Baha'i, but her parents are Zoroastrian. So
let me just say this. People don't know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Baha'i is another small minority that has been brutalized over the centuries. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I grew up to the age of 14. I was in Iran, and I remember my parents just having such a difficult time. Like, they couldn't sell their property. A lot of the stuff they owned was confiscated, like, after the regime change. My sister couldn't go to college. Like, we had a lot of things that we're dealing with that people over here don't even have to imagine having to deal with those things on a daily basis. This regime has killed way more people in the past month just by executing them than Israel and America have killed unarmed civilians in the past 2 decades. Like, these people are evil. And always kind of compare things to people that understand. Israel is like Roundup. And these terrorist groups around, they're like bees that you have to spray them every once in a while or just take over the yard. It's not something that you could just deal with once and then get out and then be like, what's going to happen when Israel is not funded properly? And then these people have the means to, God forbid, defeat them, or I don't know, maybe do something that they're not supposed to be doing.
That's why we have this regime on its back, and we need to finish it off. If we don't, it's going to be a horrendous historic mistake. It just is. I mean, we're never going to be in this position again. And I'm just praying and hoping. And when I'm asked, saying, when I'm not asked, saying, we've got to finish this job, whatever it takes. Stop listening to the static. Anyway, that's
and J.D. Vance just disappointed so many by saying what he did. I don't know where you stand. I mean, I always liked the guy, but after he said that,
I think people know where I stand, and I don't use a sledgehammer right now. But the time will come when we have a primary, and my voice will be very upfront and very vocal about it. But right now, I am where I am. All right, I appreciate you, PJ. You take care. It used to be WTNN, actually. That's my recollection. Maybe I'm wrong, rarely. Let's go to Eli, Toronto, Canada, on the Mark Levin app. You know what? That is a rough place now. It's really quite disgusting, may I say? Go right ahead.
Yes, you're right. It's becoming a terrible country already. I want to say for every dime that America sends to Europe, it's going back to Hamas, unfortunately. And what I'm afraid of, which is right now on good faith, on October 7th, there were 3,000 Hamas operatives. Not all of them are members of Hamas, but
know when, we don't know how, an eventual onslaught, another attack. And this is why Netanyahu wants all these buffer zones. This is why he says what he says. He's trying to do what he needs to do but it's why Qatar and the Arab countries and the Palestinians are all trying to pressure the White House to come out against Netanyahu so they elect somebody who's weak. There's not another Netanyahu in line here, folks, despite all the negative stuff you've heard. He's their Churchill. If they vote him out, they're going to pay a deep price. And by the way, so will we. We will not have a partner of the kind that we have. Go right ahead, Eli. Sorry.
You were absolutely right. And what happens is the unfortunate part is that Europe participates in this by paying for every single dime that they receive from the United States. They are sending almost double to the same Hamas and the PLO operatives. The houses you spoke about just a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken, they fund that, but they fund much more on the training exercises. Just today, they caught another truck with pipes for sewers, for plastics. I don't remember that was on the list for humanitarian aid.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Eli, thank you. And I wish you the best there. Try and be safe. What's happening to Jews there is just disgusting. It's unbelievable. And I might add righteous Gentiles who stand up to this too. Like you and my audience. I cannot be prouder of you folks. I really am so blessed. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NATCA, we guide you home.
O'Reilly. Help increase your vehicle's performance with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. A clean fuel system can increase performance and fuel economy. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9, plus 2 times points at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy Truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
Our Q4 roadmap includes omni-channel
This season, it's not about their rules. Lucky Rebels taking the odds back from the suits. So rebels like you can make your own rules. When it's 4th and long, you're not made to punt. Bet the way you live, like a rebel. Join the rebellion and get a $1,250 bonus at luckyrebel.la.
Wigan went live.
Friends, these motherfuckers are diabolical. My back about my fucking life. They can go suck a dick.
You people are stupid. You people think you're so good at this shit are so dumb. Yeah? You're so fucking dumb, all of you. You're all dumb.
I don't know why y'all think I'd care about some fat bitches that talk shit about my fucking life behind my back. Why do you think I would care about that?
That's why I look at you all like you're complete reprobate imbeciles, all of you. You don't even know what's going on here. Yeah? You have no idea.
Why do they think I would care? It's not like I really know those bitches.
Many of you think Billy's the worst. It turns out that Billy's probably been right about all these motherfuckers all the while. Yeah?
Yeah, like they were my friends. These motherfuckers are life behind my back. Why do you think I would care about that?
That's why I look at you all like you're complete reprobate imbeciles, all of you. You don't even know what's going on here. Yeah? You have no idea.
Why do they think I would care? It's
You
It's
think
not like I really know those bitches.
many of you think Billy's the worst. It turns out that Billy's probably been right about all these motherfuckers all the while. Yeah.
Yeah, like they were my friends. These motherfuckers are diabolical assholes, apparently.
I tried to appease them while they were in JC's room to try. Yeah. You're so fucking dumb, all of you. You're all
I
dumb.
don't know why y'all think I'd care about some fat bitches that talk shit about my fucking life behind my back. Why do you think I would care about that?
That's why I look at you all like you complete reprobate imbeciles, all of you. You don't even know what's going on here. Yeah, you have no idea.
Why do they think I would care?
You
It's
think
not like I really know those bitches.
many of you think Billy's the worst. It turns out that Billy's probably been right about all these motherfuckers all the while. Yeah.
Yeah, like they were my friends. These motherfuckers are diabolical assholes, apparently.
I tried to appease them while they were in JC's room. People think you're so good at this shit are so dumb. Yeah. You're so fucking dumb, all of you. You're all
I
dumb.
don't know why y'all think I'd care about some fat bitches that talk shit about my fucking life behind my back. Why do you think I would care about that?
That's why I look at you all like you complete reprobate imbeciles, all of you. You don't even know what's going on here. Yeah. You have no idea.
Why do they think I would care?
You
It's
think
not like I really know those bitches.
many of you think Billy's the worst. It turns out that Billy's probably been right about all these motherfuckers all the while. Yeah.
My back. Why do you think I would care about that?
That's why I look at you all like you complete reprobate imbeciles, all of you. You don't even know what's going on here. Yeah. You have no idea.
Why do they think I would care?
You
It's
think
not like I really know those bitches.
many of you think Billy's the worst. It turns out that Billy's probably been right about all these motherfuckers all the while. Complete reprobate imbeciles, all of you. You don't even know what's going on here. Yeah. You have no idea.
Why do they think I would care?
You
It's
think
not like I really know those bitches.
many of you think Billy's the worst. It turns out that Billy's probably been right about all these motherfuckers all the while. Yeah.
Why y'all think I'd care about some fat bitches that talk shit about my fucking life behind my back? Why do you think I would care about that?
That's why I look at you all like you complete reprobate imbeciles, all of you. You don't even know what's going on here. Yeah. You have no idea.
Why do they think I would care?
You
It's
think
not like I really know those bitches.
many of you think Billy's the worst. It turns out that Billy's probably been right about all these motherfuckers all the while. Yeah.
Yeah, like they were my friends. These motherfuckers are diabolical assholes, apparently.
I tried to appease them while they were in JC's room to try to maintain the peace. And it turns out that these douchebags are nothing but fucking animals, basically. They're animals. Hey girl, doggo mama, Angie. They're all fucking really low IQ idiots, man.
Angie in New York chat early. Well, Wiggins live. There you go. I'm leaving. I don't even know if the Yankees are playing tonight. They're off or not or whatever. I'm not watching your show, Wiggin. I'm just going to let you cry and let everybody else talk. So basically right now is last call. Because at this point, I just soon go lay down for the rest of the night. Son of a bitch. Oh. Oh. Alfalfa. Fucking another windy day today. Fucking weird how that does that. How about that one? Kevin. You mean that one? Did you report it? What's the matter, Kevin? It wasn't that long ago, Wiggin was saying this chat is for men with cocks, men with dicks. Men with dicks. Then he changed his mind because his dick wasn't big enough to hang out. You're going to sue me. You had to come here to do it. Oh, what the hell you're going to sue me for? Ain't nobody damaged you. You're not hurt in any way. Yeah, you don't get compensation for hurt feelings. Sorry. I should roll a joint, but I want to leave just because Wiggin went live and I just leave him hanging because he cries about, Billy, we can't even be around at 2 o'clock in the morning and he's always got a stream. I let Will Durant get away with too much, but then again, I let Gotti get away with too much. So deal with it, Wiggin. Too bad. I'm in charge. I made you go live, Wiggin. You want me to tune in? I'm not tuning into your chat. Tonight, I can give a fuck what you even say. Because it doesn't matter. He would look good dressed like a tampon, put a white sheet over him, a little bit of red paint, tie a fucking rope around it for a string. The old tampon. I could change the name on it, I guess. I changed it to the old tampon. Used tampon. That's what your name is, Kevin. Used tampon. You're not in good enough shape to come up here on my panel and talk to me like a man. You're going to have Charles chat to go to, and there's about probably the same number of people. Maybe Lady will have 20 people. Who knows? They'll be trolling him. I can't stop them from cloning people. It's part of the game. Why am I going to complain about someone making a clone? Fucking senseless. People are trying to dox me. Why, what's the matter? You can't take a dose of your own medicine? It's okay for you to dox people and have their addresses? Earlier, you said you had all my information. He is. He's scared. One more time, and then I'm leaving. Which means I'm going to take a break. Go see what's on TV, relax a little bit. I ate my other half a sandwich. I'm still a little hungry. I got some macaroni salad to eat. No, you're not. You're not smarter than me. No. You're in my chat. You're in my chat. How the fuck are you smarter than me? This is my chat. This ain't Canada. I'm not really international, even though they made me international. Yeah, Italian macaroni salad. It's got chopped up Genoa ham in it, hard salami with some Italian dressing, spiral noodles. The blue glasses. Look at them fucking designer faggot glasses you wearing. I would never put on a pair of sunglasses like that and wear them. No fucking way would I take a picture with them on. That's fucking faggoty right there. Those aren't $300 glasses. You're a fucking idiot. You're a dumb fuck. All right. Music's almost over with. Rocky. Tom. Geez, I wonder who's Kevin. Kevin is fat. I wonder who's that. Kevin's fat. $300 glasses. No fucking way you're going to pay $300 for a pair of glasses like that. Prescription? He's got those are prescription glasses. He paid $300 for. That's the style he likes. Okay, guys. I'll see you on the flip side. Wiggins live, by the way, so go help him out.